I'm sorry, son. It's just too loud. Do you know the movie?
No, I don't.
Towards the beginning of Back to the Future,
Oh,
Huey Lewis,
how
the
did I
actual
miss
Huey
that?
Lewis, tells Michael J. Fox at the auditions for the Under the Sea Dance that it's just too loud.
That's actually Huey Lewis.
It's actually Huey Lewis.
Allie and I just watched that. She watched it for the first time. One of my favorite movies.
It's a great movie.
Great movie. Timeless. Absolutely timeless.
Charlie and Army, Chad Hannon trying to fill the Shaquille O'Neal size shoes of Matt Madsen, who is on the road tonight to Minnesota for a wedding. So we will not have an official producer tonight, but thank the Lord, we have Brady Smith and Kellen Underwood in the booth tonight. Kellen running the scoreboard and Brady running the camera. And we've got visitors up here now. This is wonderful.
Perfect. Okay, Pekaric. Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Pekaric. Pekaric.
You want to go tell the gentleman next door?
I probably should. That's going to be the tight end, Blake Pekaric.
That's probably who Grandma was wanting to tell, PA announcers. So it'll be how the sausage is made. Grandma just came up and gave us the correct pronunciation for a West Monona player. Your Falcons coming to week 4, 2-1 on the year, 2-0 in the district. The Spartans from West Monona up Highway 29 are 0-3 on the year. And we think they've been hit by the injury bug. Chad will have some information on that here in a little bit. Falcons going with alternate black jerseys on homecoming. And why not? Because they look like the Iowa Hawkeyes, who are in action at Rutgers tonight at 7 o'clock on your Fox station.
We will also have that on the booth here, Charlie, for you and myself.
I would not ask Chad to have the amazing stats of the Mad Statter, but we'll see if Chad can get us scores and information throughout the night. It is homecoming. We'll try and have a little more laid-back, fun broadcast for you. We will, of course, have the homecoming court at the half, and it's great to see the St. Albert band. They got a seat at the table this time, Chad, or they got a seat in the stands. They are in full force and even look like they have kind of new uniforms on.
It is. Last week they were wearing perhaps like a coordinated polo, if you will. Today it looks, I'm really uncertain. They kind of look like Mario Brothers or perhaps Minions.
Let's go with Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers in the yellow and black. You know, we are kind of going back to maybe where the St. Albert Cyclones over here. With the black, I was informed reliably that the senior captains, those 4 individuals on your screen right there, chose this uniform combination for their senior night. Your captains for the Falcons will be Kyle Irwin.
24.
Number 24, he carries the rock predominantly for the Falcons. Looks like Sawyer Sheffield, the homecoming king out there, along with Jack Burt and perhaps Cohen Hamilton.
Yep.
So the seniors chose the jerseys for their homecoming attire. More power to them. Not a big alternate jersey guy.
No,
as I know you're not either.
No, when you have a classic, stick with the classic. Whether it's the Packers, the Steelers, or the Hawkeyes, or Alabama, or Nebraska, or Notre Dame, they're iconic. But the Falcons do look good tonight, and so does Weeby Stadium here on the lovely campus of Iowa Western. We have had hard rain in the area all week. We had a little more earlier today, and they were calling for storms tonight, and luckily they were completely wrong. It is absolutely gorgeous out for football. Low 70s, clear skies, no storms on the horizon, knock on wood. It was about 10 years ago, though, that West Monona came to Al Lever Field, and we had lightning delays, and the game finished after midnight. But it looks like a beautiful evening here, as this is quite a conversation at the half pregame. Normally, a little behind the scenes, the coin flip is actually done about 45 minutes before the game, and it's all figured out, all decided. And then this is really for show for the fans. I think they're actually doing it for the first time right now.
Kind of interesting. Haven't seen that in a long time.
No, so West Monona wins the toss. They're going to defer. That means St. Albert will take the ball in the first half.
They'll be heading towards the left on your screen, which is the north end zone here at beautiful John and Harriet Wiebe Stadium, located on the campus of Iowa Western Community College. Game number 2 on the campus of Iowa Western for the Falcons. Charlie just mentioned Al Lieber Field. For the first time, I believe ever, Falcons are playing their home game somewhere else. And when you see this facility, you understand that it's just probably an opportunity that's too good to pass up. Big thank you to Dr. Dan Kinney and all of his team. St. Albert dad, Ed Holtz, helped facilitate the deal as well. Very fortunate to have such a wonderful facility. If the rain does come down, we know the surface won't change in terms of reliability. And at Al Lieber Field, God bless it, just can't say the same.
Well, and not only for that, but you have to look at the protecting the field for the rest of the season, knowing that you need it for practices and also for other games. The Falcons come in tonight unofficially in Vegas, nearly 5 touchdown favorites with the total in the upper 40s. The Hawkeyes 1.5-point favorites at Rutgers. Other big games in the area tonight, the game, AL at TJ. Carroll and Lewis Central going to get after it. And Sergeant Bluff is down at Glenwood. Kyle Irwin will stand about the 10-yard line. Ben Crone at the 15, as well as Adrian Jessen. Lineman kicking off. I love to see it. Little toe ball, and the Falcons are just going to dive on it with Brody Pellet at the 35-yard line. And they'll start out with good field position. And, of course, this will be Cale Yurkowski leading the Falcons out, his 4th start of his career. He has looked solid thus far this season.
On the injury front for the West Monona Spartans, their top 2 tacklers in street clothes tonight, in slings perhaps. That would be number 25, Keenan Wiggs, and number 10, their leading tackler, Maya Paget.
Here's Irwin up the middle. Just like last week, huge hole, not touched for 5 yards. We're going to give him a gain of 6 on the carry. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. And Chad, let's go through that Falcon offensive line. They were really, I thought, the story of the game last week and looked good on that first play.
You've got Luke Sundberg, number 51, a junior. He's going to be joined at center by Cohen Hamilton, a senior, wearing number 52. Andrew Beckman plays inside, number 56. Sawyer Sheffield's the other guard, 66. And Jack Burt on the left tackle position.
Here's a quick throw out to Adrian Jessen. Jessen still on his feet, gain of about 15 on the play. Jessen shows the speed. The Falcons get the ball in the air early. It'll be 1st and 10 right near the 45-yard line. Falcons with a couple of quick hitters to start the ball game.
At receiver for the Falcons, you've got the aforementioned Jessen, who's had a couple of dynamic big plays. Last week had 3 touchdowns, including 1 kick return. Cooper Hamilton's at the bottom of your screen, and you'll see Ben Crone or Avery Beck in the slot pretty commonly.
And they're going to look to Jessen once again, and Beck's going to come out and block for him. Good block by Beck. Gain of about 7 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. So looking to get Jessen more involved early. And, Chad, I would think also looking to get your quarterback, Cale Yurkowski, who's still just a sophomore, get him some reps, get him some confidence.
You're going to need that as this schedule winds on. Of course, in the rearview mirror for the Falcons, 3 incredibly difficult games against traditionally solid teams, and there's a lot on the horizon, but the Falcons here are competing in district play once again. You'd think for a 3rd district win, which could be tonight, that may
Irwin
be.
left side. Good block by the Falcon left side. Irwin still on his feet, spins, and will be thrown out of bounds about the 15-yard line. So not much of a hole, but just enough. And Irwin finds good yardage, and the Falcon drive continues. They'll have 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line of West Monona.
So 3 wins in district last year got you into the playoffs.
Okay.
So you can check that off the list. Maybe 3, definitely 4, which you can't get to 4 without 3, of course. My St. Albert education tells me that.
Well done.
So tonight's a big night. Every Friday night's big, but this is a big one for the Falcons here at homecoming.
After tonight, we're halfway through the regular season. Good hole for Irwin. Makes a nice cut. He'll be brought down hard. Give credit to Ben Holverson on the tackle. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. We're going to go old school tonight with the text line tonight. You can give me a text. I did somehow lose a bunch of phone numbers a few months ago. So please let us know who you are, where you are listening from, and your affiliation. Phone number tonight, 402-639-0788. We'll repeat it after this play. As Yurkowski goes shotgun, 2nd and 3. He's going to look up top to Jessen. Once again, it's going to be just overthrown. Crone was the blocker. Going to bring up 3rd and 3. You can see a real game plan here early. That's the 3rd pass of that variety up to Jessen.
You wonder if they're setting up the downfield pass off of that screen. In 3rd quarter action, believe it or not.
3rd quarter.
East Mills leads Sydney 42-8.
Oh, yes, they're playing at the old Nishna Valley Stadium that you drive by. Used to have the huge cattle lot right on the highway. The cattle lot's gone, but the field is still there. Here's Avery Beck running hard. Needed 3, got about 4, I think. That will move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal for the Falcons at the 8-yard line with 9 minutes to go here in the first. I like the play call. Get Beck going early, get him going downhill.
That is a wonderful change of pace. Of course, Kyle Irwin's a little bit of the flash, and Avery Beck is the hammer, if you will.
The lightning and the thunder. Ben Crone will be in the slot up top. Cooper Hamilton is the receiver, number 4 up top. Jessen solo down below. And here's Yurkowski going to roll out to the right-hand side. This ball is caught by the tight end.
Colt Spencer,
the sophomore. An 8-yard touchdown grab as the Iowa Hawkeyes take one to the house. 12 seconds in. Caden Weegan, who used to play here at Iowa Western. House is one for the Hawkeyes as Cale Yurkowski hits Colt Spencer, and the Falcons lead 6-0 early here in the first.
Caden Weegan, the pride of Iowa County, where I spent most of my childhood. I like to joke he's the 2nd fastest guy ever to come out of Iowa County.
Well, you're throwing in counties. You are getting a little mad statter worn off on you. This is
good. You know, I got big shoes to fill tonight. It's been a while since I've been on the mic. Snaps good, holds clean. Hamilton boots it right through the middle. Falcons do take a 7-0 lead.
Tim and Lynn Vogel checking in from North Phoenix and also letting us know that Weegan ran one back. So thank you to Tim and Lynn Vogel, and thank you to today's game day sponsors, Mid-States Bank, your locally owned Mid-States Bank for all of your banking needs. Contact them at any one of their local locations, and they are all over. I'm very grateful for their support.
Would also like to take an opportunity to make sure everybody knows this weekend, Sunday, Council Bluffs Country Club, I believe, a sold-out affair. The Alumni and Friends Golf Outing. Hope to see you all down there. Got a little bit of group there. We'll see if we can keep it in the fairway for once. Also, October 4th at 7 p.m. up at school, the 2nd annual casino night.
Ooh, I like it.
Was unable to make it last year. Looking forward to going this year.
Luck be a lady. Hamilton will kick here from the 40. The Falcons leading 7-0. Kellen Underwood, great work on the score bug. And Brady Smith, we've gotten confirmation that the video looks fantastic. And again, that text line number tonight is 402-639-0788. 402-639-0788. And if you are a West Monona fan tuning in, feel free to give us a text as well. Great kick here by Hamilton that will go into the end zone. And the Spartans will start off on their own 20-yard line. Again, 0-3 on the year, primarily a running team, but I think one of their top halfbacks is out tonight.
That is correct. Maya Paget, their leading rusher, out for the evening. That's unfortunate to see. Of course, that Falcon drive took 3 minutes and 27 seconds. 8 plays, 64 yards, capped off by an 8-yard touchdown pass from Yurkowski to Colt Spencer.
I want to correct myself, clean up on aisle 3. Last week, a big sack was had by Sawyer Sheffield, and I gave it to a different player. So our homecoming king, 66, keep an eye on him on the defensive line. Falcons get good pressure, and as I say that, here comes who? 66, Sawyer Sheffield. He is joined by 51, Luke Sundberg out there, who competed well in the Ring Around the Rosie musical chairs today. Jack Burt also in there for the Falcons, as well as Cohen Hamilton. Cohen Hamilton was your champion of musical chairs. So Caitlin Hendricks, who graduated a few years ago, she was the queen of it, winning a couple years in a row. Cohen Hamilton, your winner today. A lot of action going on up there up front. Not sure if there was a flag or not. Good stick there by Avery Beck as well as Ben Crone. Couple hard hitters. Not much doing. It'll bring up 3rd and 11.
Big line play so far. They seem to be jumping that snap count before, they might know it better than the West Monona folks. Of course, we are unabashed St. Albert homers. That's why this is called StAlbertSportsFan.com. It's not intentional and it's not personal, I can promise. We are also, important to note, unaffiliated with St. Albert Catholic Schools, the Des Moines Diocese, and the Vatican. If you have any concerns, please reach out to Joe Narmi, the owner of StAlbertSportsFan.com.
Well, it looked like we had about 2 guys jump there, but then it might have been, well, nobody's really I don't even want to speculate. There was a lot going on there. It's either going to be 3rd and 16 or 3rd and 6.
He's the center official is facing as if he's going to walk towards the goal line. Nope. Now he turns around. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Okay. All right. 3rd and 6. Again, if you have good scores that we would be looking for, it's easier if you text them to us. Ron Myers. Thank you, Ron. Ron's on board from Charlotte.
Tuning in again, Ron. Thank you.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row. We appreciate it.
Son Ryan, of course, is a 1995 St. Albert graduate. Also want to thank Matt Geyer. Matt Geyer, class of 1987. He's in the hospital at City Hope watching the ball game. So prayers to Matt Geyer, class of 87. 3rd and 6, we're going to wing it deep, and that ball is nearly intercepted by Kyle Irwin. And a good, quick 3-and-out for the Falcons.
Holverson looking for Chase DeBartolo. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Again, it's not personal. If I'm not, I'm just not as familiar with your last names as I am with those on the Falcon sideline.
Well, he wasn't exactly an A student in English either.
I was definitely not. Definitely not. Now that our daughters have Miss Combs, my daughter asked me, she goes,
is that who they have? I don't know.
Yeah, they do. And she asked me today, she goes, what kind of student were you for Miss Combs? I said, let's just do better than I did.
Let's just leave it at that. This will be Ben Crone going to take it at the 45-yard line. The return is set up right-hand side. Crone's going to be brought down the 47. That's you got a bird's eye view from Brady Smith on how football has changed. Falcons could have came 10 years ago with an old-school crackback block there and really sprung Crone, not legal anymore. But as it stands, the Falcons will have good field position for their second drive of the game on their own 48-yard line.
West Monona senior Elias Sorensen on the tackle there, 5'10", 170-pound senior. So the Falcons will take over at 48-yard line. A little bit shorter of a distance to the goal line from where they were. 7-0 lead, just about halfway through the first half. That pass going to be completed to Cooper Hamilton, who shakes his first tackle and will eventually be brought down. A little bit.
Grandma and Grandpa, don't rewind that 30 seconds. Helmet hits the turf hard. And speaking of that, the Hamilton boys' grandparents from Roseland, Nebraska, watching tonight, and so grateful for the broadcast. So thank you to them. And they also have watching my great nephews, Cohen and Cooper Hamilton from San Diego. So San Diego beats Phoenix. San Diego is the farthest so far tonight as Yurkowski rolls out right-hand side. Now he's going to wing one deep, and that ball is going to be just overthrown for Avery Beck, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I was reliably informed that
depends upon your source.
That we may see the Falcons pitch the ball around a little bit, and I would say so far that source was pretty accurate.
I like that. Again, the Hamilton boys' grandparents, Dan and Joni Hewerts. Hope I pronounced that correctly.
Take this opportunity to make sure we all know who the Falcon coaches are. We'll do that after this play.
Irwin stands back with Yurkowski. Hamilton down below. Beck and Crone up top. And now we're going to throw a little fly pattern to Hamilton. Hamilton just underthrown, and a good play there by number 14, Elias Sorensen, breaks it up. Going to bring up 3rd and 10. I like the call, though, and so does Mary Bunce, husband and sons, who are watching out in California with the Hamilton boys. Thanks again. Chad, we're getting word that you are hard to hear.
Brady, can you turn that up just a little bit, please?
3rd and 10 for the Falcons. Beck in the slot. Jessen up top. Hamilton down below and Irwin in the backfield. West Monona brings 8 guys close to the box, and now we're going to throw a little fly pattern in the wheel to Kyle Irwin. Irwin will house it from 38 yards on 3rd and 10. Beautiful play call, and what a great ball from Cale Yurkowski to Kyle Irwin. Irwin's first of the night, and the Falcons lead 13-0.
Falcon assistant coaches, J.D. Colgett, 2012 graduate. Brock Gentili, 2004 graduate. Greg Gentili, Papagino, just turned 70. 1973 graduate. C.J. Gradiville, 2007 graduate. Colton Lear, twin brother Corey Lear, and Andy Schatzberg. Of course, our fearless trainer, 1997 graduate, Nick Finken. Cooper Hamilton is good.
Kick is up and good. Speaking of the Iowa Hawkeyes, 7 all. The reason I said is I think Hamilton's got a D1 leg, and Iowa would be a nice fit. Even though he's a Nebraska fan, we won't hold that against him.
Of course, Falcons are led by Donnie Woods in town, and very special tonight, some very special visitors for Coach Woods. His parents, Don and Donna Woods, and his sister Emily from Asheville, North Carolina. His brother Sean and Sean's wife Ashton and their daughter Maylee. They're in town from Oklahoma. Also in town, his brother Mike and wife Chelsea from Chicago. Donnie is one of 10.
Wow.
Which I don't think I knew that.
Where's he fall in line? I knew he had a swath of siblings.
I don't know the answer to that.
We need to find that out.
I'm going to text my source.
If somebody knows, let us know. Did you say his folks are here tonight?
Yes. Mom and Dad are here. Sister's here. Brother Sean, brother Mike, and their spouses, and his niece Maylee in town.
Well, since Mom and Dad, Don and
Donna
yeah, are here and they're not watching, I can see they were very creative with his name. Thank you, Coach Donnie Woods. I love it. We love Donnie. Great man, great coach, great leader, great representative of the school. So thank you to Coach Woods. Falcons lead 14-0 here halfway through the first. Here's Hamilton's one. It's a shorter one in the gap. Going to be caught about the 15-yard line. And the man still on his feet, going to be brought down by Cooper Hamilton. Nice tackle, but never good when the kicker's got to bring him down. Great return there by the Spartans all the way out to the Falcon 40-yard line. Oh, sorry, Brady.
That is Tony Ignacio Garcia, just a sophomore. Brady, now I feel like I'm a little bit loud. If I could just go down and touch. Donnie is the 7th of 10.
Seventh?
Yep, the 7th. Thank
Lucky
you to
number 7.
Mrs. Woods for that personal information. I'm sure he's going to love it.
Okay. It's kind of always interesting to think of somebody like Donnie as somebody's baby brother. Here's the give over off right-hand side. Cohen. Hamilton says, nope, not this way. Hamilton, a good stick. Loss of one on the play, going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Elias Sorensen on the carry there. Elias comes in with 78 yards rushing and a touchdown.
We were next to Cohen in the confirmation practice walkthrough a couple years ago, and I looked at my daughter. I said, hey, you and Cohen ever talk? And she gives me that look. I'm like, hey, looks like a nice young man, you know. Kind of want your daughter to date. Shout out to Adrian Jessen from your family in Houston, Texas. We love cheering for you and all of your teammates from Sadie Jessen and friends.
Holverson brings that high snap in. He's going to be met by Avery Beck and a host of Falcons. There is a flag on the play in the area you would typically expect a holding call.
And that will certainly be the Falcons got turned sideways on that play. Again, West Monona right up I-29, about an hour.
Incredible softball field.
I was going to say a perennial softball power. The Saints played there in a regional semifinal game on a Friday night back in 2020. West Monona seems like every year they're either at the state tournament or competing. Nice to see some of the Iowa Western football team in the stands tonight watching the action. 2nd and 20 now, 10-yard holding call. Charline Army, Chad Hannon, Brady Smith on the camera, Kellen Underwood on the scoreboard bug. Falcons showing blitz. They will bring it this time, and they're going to get there and force this ball to be thrown early. But a nice catch by 14, Elias Sorensen. Gain of about 7 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and about 14.
That is an absolute lemonade out of lemon situation right there for the Spartans. They were facing a 10 to 15 yard loss, and they turned into 7-yard gain. So 3rd and, call it 13-ish at the 37.
Got the Spartan cheerleaders right in front of us doing a very nice job. And, of course, we got a really young one down there, which I always think is cute and fun. She's joining the big girls. Going to bring up 3rd and 14. Falcons bring both safeties up. They're going to cheat them up, and now they're going to bring 22, Micah Hutchinson, in on a blitz, force him out of the pocket. That ball is going to be caught, dropped. They're going to call it complete. Not really going to matter a whole. Yeah, now they're going to call it, so the officials right there called it complete. The official up by Coach Woods said no, incomplete. So they're actually going to move it back and call it incomplete. Going to bring up 4th and 15. Irwin will stand at the 40 along with Ben Crone. West Monona only stands about 10 yards behind the ball here. Be interesting to see if the Falcons go for a block at some point tonight, but with their return game, they're likely just going to keep setting that up. Irwin's going to catch it about the 37-yard line, kind of an interesting catch. Now he's going to try and break it outside, and he's going to be near. Yep, now he's going to be brought down from behind at the 30-yard line. Loss of 7 on the play on the return, and this will give the Falcons an opportunity for a longer drive.
I'd imagine special teams coach C.J. Gradeville is probably reaffirming with both Ben and Kyle upfield. Maybe a little bit less horizontal action, get vertical.
Let's get vertical, vertical. All right, Cale Yurkowski will take over. He'll stand about his 23-yard line. Avery Beck in the slot down below with Cooper Hamilton. Justin stays up top. He was targeted 3 times on that first drive. And Yurkowski's going to stand patiently in the pocket and find Avery Beck on a nice catch in traffic for a gain of about 12 on the play. And, Chad, you can really see the game plan. Work on the passing game. Work with Cale. Get him more comfortable. Get him more confident. You know you're going to need it later on in the year. We know we can run the ball. Our line has looked terrific. Our backs have looked awesome. Now we're working on the passing game. I think that's a great strategy.
It's going to be a hold there on the Falcons, unfortunately, which will reset the chains, and it will be 1st and 20.
Oh, we don't like that.
Don't care for it, but
probably a good call.
Probably
I just don't like it.
I think there's some confusion about where. Yes. Okay. There we go. Just a little slow on where they're going to place the ball. It does look like it will be 1st and 20 after all.
All right. So now Yurkowski will move Colt Spencer down to the tight end position. Colt's got a good frame. He plays post in the Falcon basketball team. And here is the give to Irwin up the middle. Look at that again. Not touched for 4 yards. Makes a great cutout wide. Irwin still on his feet. 35-40, and he'll be pushed out of bounds about the 42-yard line. Give credit to Ben Crone on a great downfield block to help spring Irwin. And the Falcons facing 1st and long pick it up on the run from Kyle Irwin.
Also in the third quarter tonight, Sergeant Bluff Luton pulls ahead of the Glenwood Rams 14-7. I assume they moved that up to get ahead of the weather.
Yep, good call.
Things are shifting a little bit south, so it's probably a wonderful call by Jeff Beeson down there. No surprise.
He's great. Good little stutter step by Irwin. Irwin again bounces it outside and still on his feet with the spin move, 40-50. This is dancing and prancing, and it's beautiful from Kyle Irwin. 14-yard gain on the play.
He's just a different runner this year.
That was fun. You are exactly right. Last week we were worried about a collarbone. We were worried about something. Turns out he was just overheated, and the ice was on his neck to get him cooled down. He got cooled down, played in the second half. As the officials discuss a flag on the field, that would have been a late one, and it is going to be a hold on the Falcons. So if nothing else, this will give Coach Woods some stuff to talk about next week. Keep the fellas on the straight and narrow.
In the second quarter, ALTJ scoreless.
No kidding. TJ is slight favorite tonight.
Clarinda leads Sheridan 7-0. Lennox leading East Union 12-8. Underwood up 13-0 in the first quarter.
Underwood nearly a 2-touchdown favorite in that game. Tri-Center has struggled a little bit since we saw him in week 1.
A lot of injury issues, I've been told.
This is Avery Beck, and he's going to be stuck hard. Nice hit there by Tony Ignacio Garcia. But Beck gets about 2-3 yards on the carry, and trust me, he doesn't mind the contact.
Across town, Lewis Central and Carroll tied up in the first at 7. In an interesting matchup, one I'll be keeping my eye on, Missouri Valley is in Red Oak right now, and they lead 7-0.
Missouri Valley looking for their first win in a few years. That should be a very good ball game. Falcons scrimmage Red Oak before the year. Yurkowski to Jessen once again, 4th target of the night, and Jessen's going to get a gain of about 7 on the play, and the fans down in Houston, Texas enjoy that. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Falcons right here near midfield.
Future non-district game for the Falcons against the Riverside Bulldogs. Riverside's up 8-0 over, I believe, same county rival, Southwest Valley Timberwolves.
Oh, that's right. That'll be a non-district game for us this year.
It will indeed. Woodbine up 22-0 in the first quarter. That's something I'll be keeping an eye on. They've been racking up some big numbers.
Beck needed 1, got 3, maybe 4. It'll be a Falcon first down deep in the first quarter here.
In our first final, East Mills, the Fighting Dale Scots, with a 42-16 win over Sydney at the, what did you call that field?
Well, it's the old Nishna Valley High School, and
Okay.
now it's the East Mills Middle School.
Okay.
And if you were driving along the highway from Glenwood to Red Oak, they used to have a huge cattle lot on the north side right by the school. The cattle lot is gone, but the middle school and the football field is still there, and they went at 5 o'clock tonight to avoid weather issues. Ben Crone was in motion, and he might be called, or, well, somebody was called for something there.
That was going to be a house call for Adrian Jessen there, I think.
Bennett Johnson has come into the ball game for the Falcons. He wears number 9.
State qualifying wrestler, Benny Johnson.
And as I say that, Colt Spencer will check in for him. You think we could get Colt on the program at some point?
I would love that.
Would sure be helpful for guys with bad memories.
The number is incorrect.
Okay.
We've got him at 72 in the program. He's wearing number 87.
Number 1 in somebody's heart.
Mrs. Spencer,
I
his
think
mom,
so.
I would imagine so.
I would think so.
Maybe a young filly out there. We don't know.
Yeah, you never know. Yurkowski's going to throw an out pattern here to Cooper Hamilton. Hamilton's still on his feet. He'll be brought down about the 31-yard line. He was a heel tackle away from taking it to the house, but gets the Falcon first down at the Spartan 31-yard line, 32-yard line.
Hawkeye defense not looking good. Rutgers knocking on the doorstep once again, all tied at 7. First and goal for the Scarlet Knights.
Sold out crowd at the State University of New Jersey. Hamilton back up top. Jessen down below. I was at a party Saturday night for Greg Gentili, and Adrian was there helping cater it. What a nice young man. Avery Beck going to have the catch, run his man over for a gain of 1 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 9. And Chad, we're probably in no man's land, probably 4-down territory. Hamilton can probably make it from here. But I've got to wonder if the Falcons are looking at 4 downs here.
One thing to keep in mind, these are college goalposts. They are, I'm not sure by how much, they are narrower than the high school goalpost.
This game moving right along, already deep in the first quarter. Of course, at halftime, we will have the dance team, the band, and the homecoming court. Here's Irwin. Not touched for 4 yards, makes a great cutout wide. Good downfield block from Cooper Hamilton. Irwin stays on his feet and is going to pay for it there by 65, Josh Mackey. But a beautiful hole, great run from Kyle Irwin. And the Falcons have 1st and 10 at the Spartan 15-yard line. Is the Mad Statter listening tonight? Is he in the car? Do they have it on? If so, maybe the Honorable Judge Kalnowski can let us know if Matt's driving. Chad Hannon trying to fill his Shaquille O'Neal size shoes tonight. Yurkowski's going to get it out to Colt Spencer. Spencer will have his 2nd touchdown catch of the night, and the Falcons lead 20-0 with 44 seconds to go here in the first.
Really like that play call. Leak Spencer out to the flat as Yurkowski rolls to his dominant side, the right side. It's clearly been there. 2 catches for Spencer, 2 touchdowns.
Any call that goes to the house, I like. Yurkowski will hold. This will be Patrick McGill to snap. Patrick won the half-court shot contest today. It's always fun seeing 77 win the half-court contest. Cooper Hamilton, number 4, who just makes the extra point. He was actually the first one to make a half-quarter today, so it's a good day for the Hamiltons. Cohen won musical chairs. Cooper made a half-court shot. And, of course, the best athlete in the family is still little sister Cody.
I'm not even going to argue that. She also has the spunkiest attitude of all of them.
Does she?
You know, oh, yeah, she is a pistol.
They sat in front of us in Mass Saturday night, and you can see those brothers are going to take care of their little sister.
I hate to give away the trade secrets, but we did not make Saturday evening Mass last week. Which is our normal one. So we went Sunday at 11.
Okay. Usually a good crowd. A lot of sleepers in on that one.
It was a packed house.
Yep.
A lot of kids.
Yep.
It is most definitely not for me. We are going to move heaven and earth to get to Sunday or Saturday evening Mass moving forward. That was the conversation in the car on the way home.
Well, what did the boss decide? We know what you want. What did she decide?
She said do whatever.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Wish my wife would say that. I'd be hitting Sunday at 7 a.m.
You know.
Me and all the old people, no offense to anybody, but that's kind of the old person's Mass. Around the country, it was the older people at 7 a.m. on Sunday because they've been up since 5 anyway. And traditionally, there wasn't a lot of singing. It was always kind of the fast Mass around the country.
A 7 a.m. diehard. My classmate, Josh Ryan.
They've been amazing. They've been 7 a.m.
4 kids.
4 kids. 2 of them are still really young. Their kids serve, and they're there every Sunday at 7 a.m. as Hamilton's kick goes into the end zone. And look at Mr. Hannon, our T-man. Oh, just turned 11 about a week ago. Kellen Hannon, Chad's son, one of my all-time favorites already.
He is always very nervous that he's going to trip or slip while he completes that duty.
Did we get him cleats?
I offered to bring him for him, and he said he was afraid that he would get made fun of.
No,
so leave
come
him
on.
at home.
All right, we're going to have to talk to him about that. Brody Pellet, number 3, checks into the ballgame for the Falcons. He'll play strong safety, giving Ben Crone a little break. Otherwise, the Falcon defense looks the same. 52, Cohen Hamilton. 56, Andrew Beckman. 51, Lane Sundberg. And 66 is your homecoming king, Sawyer Sheffield, as Hamilton brings him down.
It's Ignacio Garcia, maybe a gain of a yard. That Falcon drive took 4 minutes and 3 seconds, spanned 9 plays and 71 yards. Of course, it was capped off with a 15-yard touchdown from Cale Yurkowski to Colt Spencer.
Well, look at you. I'm impressed. What are you doing, trying to take the Matt Statter's job?
Never.
Excuse me. Coach Sawyer's Hall of Famer corrects us that the East Mills Middle School is in Malvern now.
Okay.
See, the people are always keeping us in line.
Coach, thank you for tuning in. Wonderful to hear from you.
Want to thank Bev Brower for watching tonight, the mother of the great Sally Narmy. Thank you, Bev. She's in town from Sheldon, Iowa to see grandson Noah. End of the first quarter of football. It is your St. Albert Falcons 21 and the West Monona Spartans 0. As Chad gets us some scores from around the area.
How about a little Footloose in the background?
Ooh, I love it.
Sergeant Bluff Luton.
Footloose. I mean, is there anything more homecoming than Footloose?
It's a timeless classic. I think that's the second time I've said that today. I better retire it. Sergeant Bluff Luton up 14-7 on Glenwood early in the fourth quarter.
Fourth?
Yep. That one started early. Shenandoah trails Trainer 7-0 in the second. Underwood now up 20-0 over Tri Center. TJ and Ale still scoreless in the second quarter. LC shook out the cobwebs, now has a 14-7 lead. And what should be a really interesting game, high-quality game, OABCIG, the Fighting Cooper de Jeans, lead Carroll Kemper Knights, the number 1 ranked team in Class 2A, 8-7 in the second quarter.
Ooh.
Mount Air and ACGC, bookmark those two teams. That may be a postseason matchup for the Falcons. Tied at 14 in the second. Harlan up 14-0 on Denison. Riverside 16, Southwest Valley 6. Mo Valley leading Red Oak 7-0 at the end of the first. And Woodbine up 22-0 at last report in the first quarter.
Chad mentioned Carroll at Lewis Central tonight. Carroll voted this week to join the Hawkeye 10 Conference. So it might be next year, might be 2 years. We're guessing it might happen sooner rather than later. Shenandoah, Red Oak, and Lewis Central will be leaving the Hawkeye 10. And Carroll High, Carroll Public, will be joining the Hawkeye 10. So we'll go from 11 down to 9 schools in the Hawkeye 10. As the Falcons with Sawyer Sheffield make a stop after a gain of maybe 2 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and 7. Again, that text message line tonight is 402-639-0788. 402-639-0788.
Little first quarter stat recap for you, as it looks like West Monona is going to take a timeout. Kaylee Rakowski, 9 for 12, 121 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Kyle Irwin, 6 rushes for 72 yards. His longest was 23, averaging 12 yards a carry. Avery Beck, 3 rushes, 11 yards. From the receiving standpoint, Kyle Irwin, 1 reception for 38 yards. Avery Beck, 1 reception for 1 yard. Colt Spencer, 2 receptions, 23 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cooper Hamilton, 2 catches, 32 yards. And Adrian Jessen, 3 catches, 27 yards.
I feel like I'm watching Spies Like Us and Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd cheating for their exam. Where are you getting this information? No, don't answer that question.
Okay.
I don't want to know, but I'm impressed. We'll go with it. As Cohen Hamilton gets taped up there by head trainer Nick Finken, class of 1997, and a terrific science teacher. I think he teaches biology, guys. Biology. Way above my head.
It'll be 3rd down for the Spartans, 3rd and 7 to be precise. Ball sitting at the 23-yard line.
Tight formation. Falcons coming with the blitz with Hutchinson, and they're going to make the Falcons pay for the blitz, but a good stick there late. Needed 7, maybe 8. He'll have the first down by a half a yard. Brody Pellet in on the stop for the Falcons.
Really nice play call by Coach Pash in his first year at West Monona. Ran it right into the blitz.
We've got a fan from West Monona tuning in, so thank you so much for Ben Holverson, number 16. So Ben Holverson fans out there tonight, thanks for joining us.
I'll give a shout out to some West Monona folks that I have come to know. So Chris Jensen, you know Liz's husband, is up.
Wizzy.
Wiz, affectionately known as. He's up from around that area. I believe the school district split between Boyer Valley and West Monona is about the highway right by his home.
And here's the pitch to left-hand side to Tony Angacio Garcia. Garcia still on his feet, and he'll be brought down by Kyle Irwin at the 48-yard line. Big gain on the play, and will give the Spartans a first down at the Falcon 48-yard line.
Former West Monona parents, Walker and Brenda Kerrigan. Walker, a good friend of Chris's, both, of course, good friend of Chris and Liz. I've met them. They are phenomenal people. West Monona parents, both of their kids are now graduated and out. I talked to Brenda a little bit this week. And
Colton Krager's family is checking in from Ottawa, West Monona, and they wanted to tell us they appreciate the sportsmanship that we're showing to their Spartans tonight. Yes, of course. I think they recognize that we're excited for our team, and we are homers, but they appreciate the sportsmanship. So thank you to the Krager family tuning in to watch number 62, Colton Krager, tonight. 1st and 10, right near midfield. Here's toss sweep left-hand side, and this is Garcia once again. He'll be brought down after a gain of a couple on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Spartans look like they've switched almost to about a wing T type of offense here. They were spreading
like
it out. I love that for, they in the first quarter they had a little bit of issues moving the ball. They've definitely had some more success, at least spanned about 30-plus yards here on this drive.
A year or two ago, St. Albert played out at Underwood, and we were still outmatched at that point, and Coach Woods went with what I'm just going to call a bunch formation and just kind of almost QB sneak it up the field and run time off the clock. And sometimes when you're outmanned a little bit, that's what you've got to do. Everyone wants to do this spread now and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes just an old-school wing T type offense is what you need to do. As this goes to Elias Sorensen. Sorensen will pick up about 7 on the carry. Going to bring up 3rd and 1. And, okay, when people suck up, we go with it, Chad. Thank you to Ben Holverson's family. They're checking in tonight, and they wanted to let us know that of all the high school games they've watched, this is the best stream they've ever seen.
Well, we take that very serious, and we appreciate it.
Thank you, Brady Smith, Kellen Underwood, Chad Hannon. They know how to work the computer. All the camera, all that kind of good stuff. Falcons need to stop here, 3rd and 1. A good drive by the Spartans. They're milking some clock, wisely so, even though they're down 21-0. See if you can get this thing to 21-7 before the half. Falcons look like they're going to blitz Hutchinson and Beck. And now they're going to come off the end, trying to get the Falcons a jump. Good discipline there. And now West Monona will call a timeout and talk things over with 3rd and 1. Once again, I want to thank our game day sponsors, Mid-States Bank, locations all over the area, your hometown bank. Go see them at one of their locations, and if you see any of their fine employees, make sure you thank them for sponsoring the ball game.
Also like to thank our sponsors at StAlbertSportsFan.com, Telpner Peterson Law Firm, Kading Law Firm, Kelly's Carpet and Furniture in Council Bluffs, Cutler O'Neill, Valley View Village, Armor Insurance, Hanson House, Joan Army, Attorney at Law, EPCO, ABC Electric, Aligned Chiropractic, IMS Investor Management Solutions, Cutler, O'Neill, Meyer, and Woodring, Teresa Martin, McMullen Ford, Avila Bank, The Glass Doctor, and Tap Hydration. Of course, we thank our sponsors for their partnership here at St. Albert Sports Fan. Their money goes into the website, all of the equipment that makes this happen.
And so as a reminder for our friends from around West Monona or those around the country tonight, we are volunteers with real jobs, and this website does not make money. We just help support the school. 3rd and 1, and here's the give up the middle, and a modified tush push for about 5 yards.
Chance Richards.
Going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 33.
Tucked right in there between the center and the guards. Great push from the Spartan linemen. Falcons are going to have to dig deep here. This is the same type of offense that we saw from IKM 2 weeks ago. It did take a little bit for the Falcons to kind of solve that puzzle as the game evolved. So it's not foreign to them, but it probably wasn't in the cards when they were preparing for the Spartans this week.
Chase DiBartolo checks in for the Spartans. Keep an eye on number 7, Blake Pekorek. 6'4", Pekorek. He wears number 7, 6'4", 190. Got to think they're going to get him involved at some point. 1st and 10, and this is Garcia off left-hand side, and he runs hard, and he'll cut one up the middle there for about a gain of 4. Going to bring up 2nd and a long 5, we'll call it, as the clock continues to tick. And normally I'd be okay with that because I'd be working on a Pizza King order. Chad, we already took care of that tonight. We got home a little early, and we had a little Pizza King before the ball game.
We're going after. I convinced my lovely bride to try a pizza we haven't had in a long time, The House.
Okay.
It is one of my favorites from Pizza King. I just forget about it. I'll be honest, I don't normally eat pizza.
That's why you're so skinny.
I like to do this thing. You know, we eat there somewhat regularly, where I jump through the menu each section at a time. I'll make myself order something different. So.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Cohen Hamilton nearly gets there from behind, and it'll be cleaned up by Avery Beck, Micah Hutchinson, Colt Spencer, who's a little gimpy getting up. I don't know if that is a lower body injury or if he's holding his wrist there. As it stands, going to bring up 3rd and about 4. See if you can convince her to. We always get a large, double pepperoni, single jalapeno. Maybe get a small. See if she likes it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so we're going there. We're not going. We're picking up after the game.
I can tell you with about 7 minutes to go in the 4th is when you need to make a phone call. That is one of the only things that we really don't like about being out here at Iowa Western is the students up and through last year always left at the end of the 3rd quarter in middle school and walked to Pizza King, and that tradition is no longer available. But that's about the only drawback I can see to this beautiful Weeby complex. And again, the modified tush push is going to bring up 4th and about a half a yard.
I would run it again.
I would too.
It works.
I'd run it until they can stop it, and if that means 8 straight times, why not? And as I say that, the Falcons are going to put big Lane Sundberg over the ball. He's a junior, and the juniors won the tug of war competition today. Not really a surprise, not only because of Lane at the anchor, Luke. Well, that works too.
Yep.
Lane's the older brother. Sorry, Luke. Luke as the anchor, but those juniors are a terrific Saints girls class. And here comes the modified tush push again. Needed a yard. He'll get a couple. Be a Spartan 1st down as they move the chains. Long drive.
I will be interested to see what the time of possession was on this. There's 4:46 to go here in the 2nd. Would like to give a shout out to my in-laws, Jim and Patty. Patty says they're watching the Falcons before Dateline in 2020. So I appreciate the honesty, Patty. And as always, we appreciate it.
Is Dynasty on later? Did you catch the Dukes of Hazzard earlier?
We appreciate you tuning in.
Barbara Walters always had the big interview on Friday night on 2020. Sam Donaldson, Cokie Roberts. Those two are saints for having you as a son-in-law.
They put up
did we
with
mention
a lot.
that?
They put up with a lot. Holverson's going to roll to his right, almost going to be picked off by Ben Crone. Pass will go incomplete. I like that change of pace, though, from the Spartans. About 8 to 10 consecutive rushes. Try a quick pass. And now probably back to the tush push.
DeBartlow is how we pronounce it.
Okay, thank you.
And also 55, Evan Lander. It was his sister that was the star pitcher here recently for the Spartan softball team. Now we've got producers from West Monona. I love it.
We appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Charlie and I are both big softball fans.
If you cannot tell, we need all the help we can get. DeBartlow.
After the 1st quarter, Falcons and Hawks and Scarlet Knights tied at 14.
Here's Sorensen on the carry. So really content to run it between the tackles, and that is a lost art for high schoolers. Most every high schooler, they want to bounce it outside and get in space and really don't want contact. The Spartans, not afraid of it here.
As a point of clarification, my father-in-law, Jim, not watching. He's working the Lewis Central football game up in the press box. So Patty is saying she enjoys her peaceful Friday evenings.
Peaceful Friday evenings with Barbara Walters on 2020.
She better be careful or we'll punt a few grandkids her way. That will disturb the peace.
3rd and 6. And here it is, the give up the middle to Richards. And Richards will get a couple on the play. My Friday nights as a child consisted of going to Grandma and Army's, where we'd have a big bowl of popcorn as we watched, as a family, old, middle, and young, Dukes of Hazzard. And then by the all-time, maybe the greatest show in television history, Dallas.
Was the popcorn the
Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Isn't
the
that
meal.
not a lost cause?
That was the
I
meal.
remember that at my grandparents'.
Yeah.
That was a meal.
Yes. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
Could've-
4th and about 3.
Could have been why I didn't break 100 pounds till my freshman year, but I appreciated those memories nonetheless.
Do they go with the tush push? 4th and 3. And here is the give on a little pitch off right-hand side. Going to be close. I think he's got it by about a football.
The referee will signal to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They have absolutely sucked the air out of the ball here.
I love the strategy. I mean, this is down 21-0. Most people would want to wing it around, and you risk being down 35-0 at half. Run the ball, work the clock, and try and get to half 21-7 and make the adjustments from there.
Well, they're looking at a 2-for-1 type opportunity here. They do get the second half kickoff. Of course, halftime will be packed. For those watching from home, we will start things off with the homecoming court announcement.
And here is the give to 28. This is Chance Richards, and he'll get a gain of about 3 on the play.
After the homecoming court, we will have the dance team, and the nightcap will be the band.
Speaking of the dance team, I feel like I'm missing my dance partner with the Matt Statter, Matt Matson, doing the homecoming announcements of the Falcons and Saints. We're going to have to flip a coin to see, are you going to take the Falcons or are you going to take the Saints?
Up to you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I am the guest here. Whichever you're comfortable with.
Well, we'll let the visitors decide. All right, here's the give over off right-hand side. Nobody there initially for the Falcons, but good pursuit later on. Jessen forces him back inside. The linebackers clean it up, going to bring up 3rd and about 2. I think they can get a first down here, about the 1. 1:20 to go in the half. Fighting a little cough, cold, sinus stuff that has come along the last 24 hours. So an earlier bedtime will work out okay for me tonight. Saints tennis and regional action tomorrow, 10 a.m. at Harlan, weather permitting. That's teams, so first team to 5 points, the matches will stop. And the winner will face likely Shenandoah on Tuesday. Falcons get a good stop. This is going to force 4th down and about 2 as the clock continues to tick with 44 seconds to go here in the half.
Falcon defense has to be tired by this point in time. They've been on the field for about 9 minutes by my math.
Luke Sundberg in there. The Falcons have checked Jack Burt in there. He's going to hang out right over the ball. Big play here late in the first half. Toss sweep, left-hand side. Falcons try and run it down from behind, but the Spartans will have enough for the first down. Will they have enough for the touchdown? They are going to be a nose of the football short, but they will have a first down, and the Spartans will call a timeout with 13 seconds to go. And you got to feel a quarterback sneak's coming. Garcia a little limpy coming off the field there.
He's run the ball well for the Spartans tonight, and this will pretty much be gut check time. 13 seconds remaining on the clock. No timeouts for West Monona. So it's probably going to come down to this snap. I don't believe, unless they throw right out of this. This is about a one-play call type situation.
Great camera work there by Brady. So if you're at home, a lot of times you can see better than we can see. Because you hear our voice, but you see Brady's great camera work. You're thinking, well, no, they've got the wrong number. And so sometimes Brady's providing a better view for you in the house. As he's watching, Brady, where are you watching racing from tonight? Lucas Oil Models. And they're in Knoxville, Iowa tonight. Brady's got it up on the iPhone, keeping an eye on things. Big racing fan as Rutgers takes a 20-14 lead on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Be first and goal. They need about a football. 21-0, 13 seconds to go in the half. West Monona is out of timeouts.
Bunch formation.
Falcon's going to stack right over the ball, put a man in motion, run him over off right-hand side, and he's got enough for the touchdown. That's Elias Sorensen in for the score, and that makes it 21-6 with 8 seconds to go in the first half. And looks like West Monona will try the extra point.
That's Sorensen's second touchdown of the year.
Chase DeBartlow checks back in. This will be Ben Holverson to kick. Well, this is good for St. Albert. They've seen teams wing it around like Tri-Center. Now they've seen we're going to run it down your throat with West Monona. It's good to see a little bit of everything. The kick is going to be wide left, no good. And so it remains 21-6 with 8 seconds to go here before the half. Again, thanks for tuning in. Send out the text message one more time, 402-639-0788. We've heard from San Diego, Phoenix, Ohio, Texas, Nebraska, all over the place. We'd love to hear from you as well. 402-639-0788. Well, I see you secured the homecoming bios for us. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you to Libby Cherney for providing those for us.
I still think of her as Libby Arnold, 1989 St. Albert graduate, now a great employee of St. Albert.
Here's
did a fine job at the pep rally today.
Wonderful narrator, much better than I do. Here's your drive summary for that touchdown securing drive from the West Monona Spartans. 20 plays, 80 yards, 12 minutes and 35 seconds in time of possession. They have possessed the ball for all of the first quarter except for the final 8 seconds.
All of the second quarter except for 8
seconds. Thank you.
So the Spartans had the ball the entire second quarter. Wow.
That is incredible.
Falcons are going to move everyone up, anticipating a short kick, and this is going to be almost an onside. Let it go out of bounds. No time runs off the clock. The flag, of course, goes down. Falcons will take the football right there.
See a little Hail Mary maybe here? They've got 3 timeouts, so 8 seconds. You could run a quick play, get a little bit closer. Not going to be able to get into field goal range probably with that amount of time.
Okay, this sounds nuts, but I've always wanted to try this play. You align a guy like Hamilton, 6'4", up by Jessen, who's about 5'4", but you throw a high one to Hamilton, who kind of backward volleyball sets it behind him to Jessen, who grabs it and takes it to the house.
I like it. Maybe that's what we'll see.
A modified hook and ladder.
So we've got, it looks like Bennett Johnson in the slot on the near side, Adrian Jessen to his right.
Twin receivers up top, twins down below. They're going to fake to Irwin. Look over the middle now, and here's Yurkowski. That ball is going to be intercepted at the 35-yard line. The Falcon receiver fell down on the play. And no harm, no foul, although there is a foul late as there was some extracurriculars. As the Falcon coaching staff not real happy. They felt the wide receiver was knocked down, and that's why the ball was picked. And then there was some action late amongst a couple players from each side.
We will wait to hear the referee's determination before we head off to halftime.
Ooh, we got a Eugene, Oregon tonight.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's get that off before the half. Tuning in from Eugene, Oregon to watch nephew Luke. I was saying Lane. Luke Sundberg. Go Falcons. Great broadcast. Nolan Sundberg from Eugene, Oregon. Thanks, Nolan.
And this is rather comical. While the officials contemplate this, your older brother Joe and Jesse Shea are playing the Jeopardy music on the loud system, which is
very, very professional.
Very professional, but totally believable from those two.
Enough to do it, but we've had a lot of long discussions tonight. A little uncertainty out there. This can be pass interference on West Monona. And so St. Albert is going to have one more play here. I thought there was some extra action late. They talked about it. as 4 different Falcon coaches are on the field.
Fortunately for the Spartans, there was not. I don't know if it was on St. Albert or West Monona. You know, if you move them another 15 yards, that puts them at the 20-yard line. Changes the type of play that you call.
Now I think you do wing this deep. Not sure if Yurkowski has the arm to get it to the end zone, but let's find out. I think your probability is as high there as it is with the hook and ladder.
Coach
and the
Woods.
Falcons will think about it.
Coach Woods wants to talk about it with his staff, and while he does, let me bring you a couple of scores late in the fourth quarter. Sergeant Bluff Luton 14, Glenwood 10. Very impressive showing from the Rams. Sergeant Bluff blew out TJ last week, beat Lewis Central 2 weeks ago. Glenwood keeping it tight.
Give me that score again, please.
14-10. Not final.
Glenwood leads.
Glenwood trails.
Okay.
TJ leads AL 8-7. OABCIG leads at the half over Carroll Kemper 16-14. Trainer up 21-0 over Shenandoah. Underwood all over Tri-Center 33-0 in the second. Mo Valley hanging on to that 7-0 lead over Red Oak late in the second. LC leads 14-13 over the Carroll Tigers. Harlan still up 14-0 over Denison Schleswig.
Brady zooms in on the beautiful Marshall Indoor Athletic Complex here at Iowa Western now.
Let's see here. Riverside up over Southwest Valley 24-6 late in the second quarter. And Woodbine 46, Stanton Essex 0.
Big ball game tomorrow, of course, locally. Michigan at Nebraska, 2:30 CBS. Michigan, a 2.5-point favorite. Maybe take a look at the unders there. One receiver up top. That's Hamilton. Yurkowski's going to drop straight back. Steps up in the pocket now. Yurkowski's going to go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. I think Coach Woods, well, he's just going to get his guys to the sideline. Falcons lead 21-6. St. Albert dominated the first quarter. West Monona dominated the second quarter. As I Peter Brady, the voice there. Going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back with you for the halftime production.
We may be rolling right into homecoming court. We are. You want to do Falcons or Saints?
I'm going to put a number behind my back.
Okay.
And you guess if it's odd or even.
Even. Was 2. I will take, I tell you what, I'll do the Saints. You've got a Saint on the field.
Okay.
I will do the Saints. You can take the Falcons. Up first.
All right, so we're going to ignore the PA. We're going to read them ourselves in-house, and we'll have Brady stick with the camera and zoom in on whoever we're reading on, if he would, please.
We're going to go with Grace Christensen and Ben Beiske. Grace Christensen is the daughter of Mary and Matt Christensen. She has participated in volleyball and golf for 4 years, tennis for 2 years. Grace is still undecided on her plans after graduation.
Ben Beiske is the son of Kelly and Matt Beiske. He has been involved in 4 years of choir, band, and theater, 3 years of basketball, 2 years of tennis, and 1 year of track. Ben has been a member of National Honor Society for 3 years, currently holding the position of secretary. Ben plans to attend Old College Undergraduate Seminary at the University of Notre Dame and major in theology or some type of music. Ben Beiske.
Incredible young man, great family. Which takes us to Molly Wise. Molly is the daughter of Katie and Dave Wise. She has participated in 2 years of track, 4 years of basketball, and 4 years of volleyball. Molly is also a member of the Digital Media Club for 3 years, and she has been a member of the National Honor Society for 2 years and Student Council for 4 years. She currently holds the position of vice president for both of those organizations. After high school, Molly plans on attending the University of Iowa and is undecided on her major.
Can
Molly
I give
Wise.
my red carpet review? You don't often see a yellow dress.
I love it.
I love it. That is absolutely
Very sparkly.
beautiful. McCoy Daly is the son of Lindsay and Dan Daly. He has participated in tennis for 4 years, football for 3 years, and basketball for 2 years. He has been a member of Student Council, Key Club, and National Honor Society, currently serving as treasurer. McCoy is undecided about his plans after graduation. McCoy Daily.
Olivia Johnson is our next queen candidate. She is the daughter of Becky and Matt Johnson. She has participated in 5 years of softball, 4 years of soccer, 2 years of volleyball, and 1 year of basketball. She has been a member of the National Honor Society for 2 years, and after high school plans to study biomedical engineering at a yet-to-be-decided university. Olivia Johnson.
Impressive, pretty in pink, and we'll comment right here. This is newer, where they let the Falcons walk their ladies out at halftime. It used to be the awkwardness of the Falcon football player's dad doing it. And with that, Kyle Irwin. He is the son of Brenda and Jason Irwin. He has participated in track for 1 year and basketball for 2 years. Kyle has participated in football for 4 years and is currently a captain. He has also participated in 4 years of soccer, holding the title of captain for 3 years. Kyle has been a member of National Honor Society and Student Council for 2 years, currently serving as secretary. Kyle plans to continue his soccer career and study exercise science at an undecided university. Kyle Irwin.
I think you might know this next one. Ella Narmy. Ella is the daughter of Melissa and my broadcast partner, Charlie Narmy. Ella has participated in 5 years of softball, 4 years of tennis, 4 years of golf, 1 year of volleyball, and 1 year of speech. She has been a member of the Digital Media Club for 4 years, National Honor Society for 2 years, and Student Council for 4 years, where she currently serves as your president. Ella plans to study finance at either Creighton or the University of Iowa. Ella Narmy.
I told her she should have said thermonuclear dynamics at MIT. Tanner Estel is the son of Jenny and Travis Estel, 1993 St. Albert graduates. Tanner has participated in 4 years of soccer, 2 years of tennis, 1 year of football, and 1 year of baseball. Tanner plans to go to trade school, but is currently undecided. Tanner Estel.
Ava Underwood. Ava is the daughter of Tara and Mike Donor. She has participated in basketball for 4 years and track and field for 2 years. Ava plans to continue her basketball career at Wayne State College, where she will study exercise science and nutrition. Ava Underwood.
Noah Narmy, my nephew. Noah is the son of Sally and Joe Narmy. He has participated in 2 years of football, 4 years of tennis, and 4 years of basketball, serving as team captain his junior and presumably his senior year. Noah has been a member of the musical for 1 year, Student Council for 1 year, and National Honor Society for 2 years. He has also been a member of the St. Albert Leadership League, serving as a supervisor for 1 year. Noah plans on studying business at either the University of Georgia or Alabama. Noah Narmy.
That musical performance will forever be a memorable moment. And now your homecoming queen, Lily Denton. Lily is the daughter of Stephanie and Ross Denton. She has participated in 4 years of volleyball, 4 years of track, 4 years of soccer, and 2 years of cross country. Lily plans to continue her track and cross country career and study kinesiology at a yet-to-be-determined university. Your 2025 homecoming queen, Lily Denton.
Would not be surprised if that undecided university is somewhere in the SEC. Your 2025 homecoming king is Sawyer Sheffield. Sawyer is the son of Wendy and Matt Sheffield. He has participated in 4 years of baseball, 2 years of basketball, 2 years of tennis, 2 years of track, and 4 years of football, holding a captain title for 2 years. Sawyer has been a member of Science Bowl for 4 years, Service League for 2 years, and St. Albert Leadership League for 1 year. He has been a member of National Honor Society, serving as treasurer last year and president this year. He has also been a member of Student Council for 4 years, serving as treasurer for the past 2 years. Sawyer plans to attend an undecided 4-year university. Sawyer, Sheffield. Congratulations to the entire 2025 St. Albert Homecoming Court. What a great group of young people, and of course they're just a small representation of a great senior class. Two of them sitting right beside us here with Brady, who may go on to study thermonuclear dynamics or law at the University of Notre Dame next year. Mr. Underwood might be going to the Air Force to become a pilot. We're not for certain there. So keep us updated, fellas. Keep us updated. And now your award-winning St. Albert dance team, which for those not local now also includes St. Albert middle schoolers.
That's your award-winning St. Albert dance team, as Charlie mentioned, now including some middle schoolers, and that's got to take a lot of bravery.
It does.
At that age, I think it takes a lot of bravery when you're in high school, but even at that age, you're talking kids as young as, I believe, 6th grade or 7th in there.
About every 12 to 16-year-old's fear is standing on stage in front of their peers, and in this case, dancing just a few feet away from them like they did at the homecoming pep rally today. Speaking of the homecoming pep rally, the St. Albert band rocked. And I'm being serious. I mean, the gym sounded absolutely fantastic.
It was loud.
It was loud.
It was really loud.
And they were humming. They sounded really, really good.
So with that, here's your St. Albert Marching Band.
Directed by Dr. Michael Beard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the band in your warning band at St. Albert Catholic. The band is under the influence and direction of Dr. Michael Beard. Percussion assistance given by Luke Gonzalez. And student leaders Vic Ricey, Camilla Solorio Juarez, and Lainey Brickman. Once again, to the award-winning St. Albert Catholic Band.
I love it. They sound great. But I have a request, Chad.
Yes.
As they come off the field, whatever the program is, always walk off to the fight song.
I
Play
would
the fight
love
song.
that. Play the hits.
As you play the fight song as you're walking towards your crowd, get them on their feet, get them ramped up, get them ready to go.
Dr. Beard has done a wonderful job with that band as he has taken that over. Rutgers has a 3rd and 6 with 2:49 to go in the second quarter. If you had the overs
Oh boy.
hitting in the first half, hopefully you wagered that somewhere other than with a Penn Entertainment Casino, because you'd be a wealthy person right now.
Greg Schiano, a fantastic coach back at Rutgers, and he knew he'd get that program rolling again. Chad, how about some other scores in the area tonight? And before Chad gets those ready for us, we're looking for some Nebraska scores, specifically big school Omaha or small school Catholic school out in anywhere in Nebraska. We always love the Catholic League scores.
With that, the Fighting Tigers from Red Oak rage back, take a 14-7 lead over Missouri Valley at the half. A final from Glenwood. Sergeant Bluff Luton 14, Glenwood 10. Fremont Mills up 34-13 over the Waco Warriors. Charlie, if you could get any of the schools in Waco, I'll give you a high five.
Cordion for the C.
You're close.
Okay, give them to us. You got them?
Wayland.
You stumped yourself.
I did. It's located in southeast Iowa, near Burlington, where my father-in-law lives. He will not be tuning in tonight, or not my father-in-law, my stepdad, excuse me. He is a high school official going on his 40th year.
Wow.
All right, so we're going to punt on that. Harlan leads Denison 14-0. Woodbine up at the half, 54-0. Those guys are a points machine this year.
I thought before the year they were probably the #1 team in the state.
Lewis Central, 14. Carroll Tigers, 13. Across town, TJ with an 8-7 halftime lead.
Wow.
Tri-Center put one on the board just before the half. It's 33-7 Underwood. Trainer up big, 21-0 over Shenandoah at the half. And let's go our friends up north. Carroll Kemper 21, OABCIG 16. That's going to be an electric finish there in the second half. And in non-district play, a future opponent of the Falcons, Riverside leads. Who are they playing? Mount Airy. I was there, and then my screen just refreshed. I lost it. I had it, and I lost it. 24-6 over Southwest Valley. With that, that's your halftime scores. Would love those big school Omaha scores, or as Charlie said, small town Nebraska.
Can you give me a six-man score? If you can give me a six-man score, you're a hero.
Somewhere out in the Panhandle?
Oh, yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Play their championship game every year at University of Kearney, always on a Friday night on NCN 116. They're talking about moving 8-man. They have 2 8-man classes over there, and maybe even C2 out to Kearney.
Okay.
And having it all be out there.
Is that due to the majority of those schools being further west?
Yep.
Okay.
And, of course, the thrill of playing at the wonderful Memorial Stadium is obviously still there, but sometimes logistics get in the way, and University of Kearney is a wonderful place as well. And speaking of that, we saw Lainey Sheffield today. Lainey was back for homecoming. She's a senior, University of Kearney. All right, Falcons lead 21-6. They dominated the first half. 3 touchdown throws But then West Monona went bunch formation and had the ball for 11 minutes and 52 seconds of the second period. They punched one in. The extra point was no good, and that gets us to 21-6 as we begin the third quarter here. This one comes off the toe a little bit of Hamilton, but goes deep into the end zone. The Spartans will start out at the 20-yard line, so this is where we will see if either side made some adjustments at halftime. And Chad, if I'm West Monona, I don't know if I adjust a whole lot from what I just did.
I'd keep everything the same as that second half and see if you can burn the third quarter away just as you did the second. Will be interesting to see what Coach Woods is going to do here. First glance, he has put an extra defensive lineman in. Falcons come out in a 5-2 formation. Looks to be Cohen Hamilton, Jack Burt, Sawyer Sheffield, Luke Sundberg, and Andrew Beckman, I believe, on the far side over there.
Spartans put a man in motion. Shotgun formation. They're going to look up top. That ball is going to be caught by Chase Bartlow, and he'll get a gain of about 9 on the play. Going to bring up second. No, they're going to give him exactly 10. Going to bring up first and 10. As I was just about ready to say, Chad, I think I'd put about 7 guys in line of scrimmage, a couple of wide outside linebackers, and say you're going to have to beat me with the pass. Well, they come out, get 10 on the first play of the third quarter. 402-639-0788. Special prayers to Matt Geyer out in Hope City Hospital battling cancer. As there is a timeout from West Monona. That is unusual to start the third quarter, but why not? What the heck? What do you got to lose? As Iowa and Rutgers go 21-all with the 2-minute timeout in the second quarter.
Curious how Iowa held Rutgers scoreless there. I missed that. I would assume Coach Pash probably a little unhappy right now.
Coach Pash, we think we read, brought back to the program just a few weeks before the season. Had been here a while ago and brought back right before the season. We think that's accurate. So good on him for doing so. Assistant coaches Jeremy Bellis, Andrew Brown, Ryan Chapman, and Jeff Pratt. Superintendent up north is Marty Fondley, Principal Tim Chestnut, and Athletic Director Audrey Ingram. Got a little communication going with the press box next door, Chad?
Yeah, we've found a purse. Someone has found a purse. Anyways.
Anything in it? Anything good?
A credit card.
Okay. So we can identify him.
The lovely Libby Arnold, as you mentioned earlier, sent me a text and said, hey, could you please read this over the air? So I handed my phone to Jesse.
Okay.
Said,
They're going to read
Mrs.
it over
Cherney
the
would
PA.
like you to read something here.
So we found a purse.
This has been an
wonder if the phone.
long-
Wonder if the phone was in the purse.
Doubtful. Has this been a long time out, or am I
Very
crazy?
long time out.
Okay.
Even longer for those watching at home, having to listen to us too. Matt Madsen traveling on assignment tonight. Actually, he's wedding in Minnesota. And here is the give up the middle. Not much doing there. Jack Burt and Luke Sundberg have said, along with Sawyer Sheffield, we've seen enough of that. Andrew Beckman also in on the action. And again, thoughts and prayers to older brother, Mr. Beckman.
Yes, Jaden.
Jaden went off to the Marine Corps a week or two ago, we believe, to the West Coast. So best of luck there. He'd currently be going through boot camp.
That was Chance Richard on the carry there. He looks like maybe lost a yard from the down marker.
2nd and 11. And West Monona is going to go shotgun. Falcons force him out of the pocket. Still on his feet, though, and he'll have nearly enough for the first down before Hutchinson pushes him out of bounds. So a nice run there by Tucker Healy. I think that was Tucker Healy. No, actually.
Halverson.
Ben Halverson, thank you.
Looks like he got 10, maybe 9.5. It'll bring up 3rd and perhaps a long 2.
I think 4-down territory.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, they've shown the ability to really just control the ball Falcons did have a nice push on first down there. See if they can recreate that, or if West Monona is going to do their tush push for a first down here. Spartans in motion. Ball gets wide. It's going to be tackled by Jessen.
Sorensen gets 1 on the carry. All right, we've got a Saint, not with an E. This is one of our new friends from up north cheering for 62 Colton Krager. They got us a 6-man score.
All right.
The Highline Bulls from Eustis Elwood and Farnham, Nebraska, 8. Dundee County, 6.
Wow.
At the half. That's actually 8-man football, but for 8-man football, that is extremely low scoring.
Defensive slugfest.
Highline leads Dundee County 8-6 at the half.
Thank you for that tip.
4th and 1. Big play in the ball game. Falcons leading 21-6. Brody Pellet stays in at the free safety. Ben Crone out there as well. Falcon line up front. It's going to be really close, and a last-second lunge. He'll get the first down. And the clock will tick, tick, tick. As West Monona, their second long, successful drive in a row. As Jesse Perez checks in for the Spartans. Chad's got kind of a light green polo on tonight. He's got his West Monona colors on. He really took the sportsmanship to a new level tonight. I went with Hawkeye black.
If there's anything I'm known
or
for,
in this
it's
case,
sportsmanship.
St. Albert black in their alternate jerseys tonight. Interesting choice on homecoming. But as Chad said, it was the captain's choice as that pass goes incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Ball was intended for Jesse Perez. Adrian Jessen on the coverage there.
You're shocked that I'm an old soul
You know,
and not into alternate uniforms?
you know that is definitely one thing that you and I have in common.
Really?
I am not a fan. I said it before, play the hits. You've got a brand, you lean into it.
2nd and 10. And here is the give over off right-hand side. Avery Beck sheds his block and makes the tackle. Good stick there. Going to bring up 3rd and 8.
But I also understand kids these days.
I
this
agree.
is what they're into.
I agree.
As I was told when I got the forewarning about the jerseys, I feel like it was a bit of an icebreaker moment between me and Coach Woods. He said, "You
guys are still doing icebreakers."
He
okay.
said,
They got
"Well,
a better relationship
he really
than that.
wanted to break the news to me. I could tell."
Okay.
And he said, "You had your senior night homecoming." And I said, "Well, the difference was we had 2 jerseys, a home and away.
Yep.
It was a big year in 2001. We just received single-digit jerseys."
That was a big deal.
And we still could not wear gloves, could not wear sleeves, and could not wear coats. So,
Of course not.
you know, but I did tell Coach I understood the perspective.
They're going to throw a slant up top, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Kyle Irwin on the coverage, and a nice lick there by Avery Beck to jar the ball loose. And that's going to bring up 4th and 8, and I don't think the Spartans will have a choice. Now they will have to kick it away as Colton Krager checks in for the Spartans.
I guess Colton is the long snapper.
That would be my guess as well, which is a lost art. Well, he's not the long snapper.
He is not. Nope, he's playing
But
right
Try
left
it,
tackle.
Try it sometime at a tailgate. Try to long snap it. It's extremely difficult to do. Falcons will stand at the 30-yard line. And here is a good snap. Falcons are going to be content to let them kick it away. And that ball is going to go out of bounds about the 34-yard line. And now, after about a quarter and a half, the Falcons can get their offense back on the field. They were able to get off 2 plays at the end of the half, but their first chance at a drive since the first quarter.
I think if you take those 2 plays away, it's been maybe an hour, maybe slightly longer since we've seen the Falcons on offense. So
One thing I do
will be
appreciate
interesting.
about these alternate uniforms, the numbers are really big.
They are, and the contrast is much
Yes.
better. It's the green ones I have a bit of a hard time
Yes.
pulling the number off of.
Cooper Hamilton, little hitch in the giddy-up, number 4, as he's running out there. Maybe that's just me, but something to keep an eye on. Kale Yurkowski is your quarterback in the shotgun, joined by Kyle Irwin, Jessen, and Beck up top. Beck has deceptively good speed, but he's also a terrific blocker, and he's going to block for Jessen here. And Jessen still on his feet. Good blocking downfield. Jessen 50-45. He'll be pushed out of bounds about the 40-yard line. Big gain there for SA and Adrian Jessen. I think his 4th catch on the night. Going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of approximately 25 or 26 yards. Falcon offense back in business after a long wait.
Good math, Chad. Who is the St. Albert math teacher by now?
Mr. Meyer.
Mr. Meyer? And Miss Morris? Okay. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10. Yurkowski's going to look up top, and he's going to find Hamilton. Hamilton, good catch, sidestep on his feet. Gain of about 13 on the play. Yurkowski to Hamilton, and a Falcon 1st down. And again, I don't think I'm off. I think Hamilton's just a little gimpy.
He had a very sizable scab earlier in the season on his right knee.
That's very detailed.
I got a very detailed description from the water boy after the IKM game, and that was hobbling him quite a bit. Very painful to the touch. You would imagine playing on turf is not going to be very helpful for something like that if it hasn't healed already.
Colt Spencer will go up to the tight end position. Here's a low snap, and Irwin gets a good downfield block by Jessen. Irwin still on his feet. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Kyle Irwin, a 31-yard touchdown score, his 2nd of the night. Great downfield blocking as well by the Falcons, and just like that, quick strike offense, it's 27-6, black and gold.
I believe I heard a "Whoa, Nelly" from the PA announcer over there.
The great Dan McGinn, longtime PA announcer at Lieber Field, loved the Whoa Nelly, which of course was crafted by.
It's the Michigan.
No. You're such a youngster.
Give me a second. It'll come to me.
The granddaddy of them all. At the
last
Rose
name's
Bowl.
Jackson.
Yes. Okay. You should just stop right there. Keith Jackson.
Okay.
Whoa Nelly.
I was on the path. Keith would have been about my 30th choice, but
Brent Musburger, kind of the godfather of college football. Keith Jackson was the granddaddy.
Did you catch Brent
So was the Rose
Musburger
Bowl.
on the Raiders? It was the first. No, it wasn't the Raiders. It was the first Thursday night football.
I caught him on a podcast a couple days before. He's still got it.
Incredible.
He's still got it.
He started telling stories, and they quickly ushered him off the air, which sometimes I feel like is how this goes.
Well, you know.
Playing some jump around.
28-6. Little Wisconsin jump around. They got a big one tomorrow against Coach Woods' former college team, where he played offensive line for the Maryland Terrapins. Maryland at Wisconsin tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Wisconsin a 10, 11-point favorite there.
Give me the Terrapins.
Nebraska will host Michigan tomorrow, 2:30, CBS. The Huskers, about a 2.5-point dog. Notre Dame hosting Purdue tomorrow, 2:30, Peacock. Notre Dame a 25.5-point favorite tomorrow night. Florida at Miami, kind of like Florida.
I kind of like Miami.
I think we might have a pizza bet.
That last drive by the Falcons, just 3 plays, spanned 68 yards and 1 minute and 18 seconds-ish time of possession.
And if you ever thought you would hear this, well, I don't know. But tomorrow night, the big game in the Big Ten is Illinois and Indiana. And 2 coaches that are not afraid to speak their mind. That could be a very interesting game. And post-game handshake. Illinois and Indiana tomorrow night, 6:30. Other big game tomorrow, Utah. Utah tomorrow, 11 o'clock. I think they're a really good football team.
That's a little early for a team from the Mountain Time Zone.
Yep.
Which normally is not an issue in college football like it is in the NFL. You know, if you've got like the Niners or the Chargers or the Seahawks playing in the noon window, something to keep an eye on for entertainment purposes. But kind of weird how that's mixed its way into college.
Well, they all like the money, and the money comes from the TV networks. So guess what you do? Whatever they want.
Is USC and Michigan State tomorrow evening?
I believe that might be. I think USC's pretty good this year.
I think that kickoff is at 10 o'clock Central Time.
I think that's right. Yeah.
So we're going to be blessed with football from 11 a.m. Central till well into the early morning hours of Sunday. And if you go to Mass,
your wife will be thrilled.
If you go to Mass at 5, take a little time out, you can watch most of it.
Oh, good stick there by Avery Beck. He wraps up Garcia there. Gain of about 1 on the play, but you could hear that all the way up here with the headset on. Going to bring up 3rd and 6.
For you baseball fans out there, unfortunate for my team, Yankees drop a must-win game 4-2 against the Orioles.
Here we go.
Brady is celebrating. I knew that was going to happen, but I figured I would announce it anyways.
Here's our 6-man Nebraska football score. Now we're out in the Panhandle. Hay Springs, 80. Creek Valley, 12.
Whoa.
That's a halfway normal 6-man score.
I couldn't find either one of those.
For the record, the center in that football is eligible. It is backyard football. It is fun to watch. Little scrub up the middle here. Not much doing. Gain of a couple on the play. Going to bring up 4th and a long 2.
Ben Crone trying to rip the ball there.
Well, it's one of those. I think the NFL is finding this out, too. It's a very difficult play to officiate, and you see momentum, so they don't blow the whistle, but then that's when stuff can happen as well. 4th and 2. The Falcons are going to go punt return here.
And will the Spartans punt?
Excuse me. Sorry, Chad. Kaysen Najwick checks in for the Falcons. He wears 45.
Benny Johnson, number 9, in as well.
Want to say hi to Carol Versace, likely watching tonight from home. Husband, the late, great Don Versace. Here's an end-over-end kick that Ben Crone is going to catch at about the 40-yard line. Crone's still on his feet. Falcons wisely avoid the block. Crone's going to take it all the way down. Depends upon where they mark him out of bounds. He goes out about the 30.
Just about took out his dad over there on the chain gang.
Did take out an official who does thankfully appear to be okay. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the Spartan 30-yard line. Iowa Rutgers tied up 21 all at the half. Little EPL soccer back in action Saturday and Sunday morning. Then Champions League goes again Tuesday, Wednesday.
Let's see if I can find AL on here. Maybe pull up that.
Saints volleyball got an impressive 3-0 sweep over Shenandoah last night. Saints now ranked 13th in the state. I believe they've got a tournament tomorrow.
Red Oak.
They are at Red Oak. Hopefully the ladies get home in time to get their hair done and get all ready for pictures and homecoming night. Yurkowski going to throw a slant over the middle to Hamilton. Nice catch. Not an easy one. Catches it with the hands, brings it in. Gain of about 8 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 2.
Good clean tackle by Elias Sorensen of the Spartans.
Again, next week the Falcons will be on the road. They'll be heading up near West Monona's way. They're at Westwood Sloan. And those have been very competitive games between us the last few years. We were in a monsoon up there 2 years ago. Jessen up top, Twins down below. Here is a little fake and a give to Colton Spencer on a little short pass on the right-hand side. Good downfield blocking. Late flag. Not quite sure about what that might be about. Enough for the Falcon first down, but a late flag.
Chance Richards with the hit for West Monona out there blocking for the Falcons. Was, let's see here, it was 51. Luke Sundberg. Good clean blocking it looked like.
Always
downfield.
love to see a lineman blocking downfield. A hold by an unnamed Falcon.
Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Who am I to judge?
It will be a spot foul, so the Falcons will retain the first down. Oh, saw them right and wrong again. Going to be 2nd and 5. Okay.
Give a shout out to the crew to our left.
Yeah.
You've got Mike Roslanik over there. Who's the new teacher over there, Brady? I think he's a math teacher.
She was a NASCAR pit crew gal. You should know this, Brady.
No, she's
that ball nearly intercepted, intended for Colt Spencer.
No, it's a new teacher, not.
Brady, take a look.
Take a look. Let us know. Mr. Whitcomb.
Mr. Whitcomb.
Over
What
there?
does he teach?
Math. Okay.
Like any specific kind of math?
I think it's general math.
General
if I
math.
remember correctly
Okay.
from my.
The kind of math
Schoolwork
the kind of math you and I need.
Absolutely.
Just
You've got.
1, 2, 3s.
Let's see here.
Nothing with letters.
Falcon spreading it out a bit.
That ball nearly fumbled as the Falcons brought in a new quarterback there. That was Bryce Nelson, who handed it off to Avery Beck. And my guess is they're just getting Nelson some reps here. Yurkowski has looked good, and the Falcons with the lead. Good opportunity to get Bryce Nelson, number 6, 5'11", 155, freshman. Dad, Eric Nelson, I think 95, Lewis Central. Mom, Corey Nielsen, great Saints pitcher back in the day, class of 95. It's their son. And here's Bryce looking up top. He's going to wing a ball over to Cooper Hamilton. Hamilton's still on his feet, 15-10. He's going to go out of bounds. They're going to call him at the 15, but a nice throw. Good catch, good route. It'll be enough for a Falcon first down.
Really quick release there from Nelson. I've watched a little bit of the JV team. It's what he's kind of been. He's been very proficient at that quick release, quick read type activity. Great minutes for a freshman against high school competition here.
We had a kiddie basketball game last year for Falcons 6th graders, and he was on a 7th grade team playing in front of us, and they were playing the foul game late. I saw him make 8 straight free throws.
Wow.
So that'll be good for the Falcon basketball team.
A
that
fumble.
ball is going to be low, and that's going to be recovered by Wes Monona. A little issue with the mesh exchange. But that's why you bring the youngsters in. That's why you do those reps. Look at the NFL this week, and I think they're starting 5 quarterbacks that did not start week 1. Falcon defense will need to make a stop here, leading 28-6.
Falcons with the first turnover, if I'm not mistaken, of the evening.
Very few on the year so far.
Very few created, very few giveaways. Oh, you know what? No, the interception was called back because of pass interference. So, yeah, that was the first giveaway.
Coach Parker, the University of Iowa defensive coordinator, his DBs refer to themselves as the Doughboys. And he said, I'm going to rename them the No Boys because we have no turnovers. Hawkeyes need to create some turnovers. 2nd and about 8. I believe Iowa State is off this weekend. We are, as you might have guessed, not particular fans of Iowa State, but I think fair to say we both respect them. They've got a good football team this year. Your son, Kellen, somehow has become a large, big Cyclone fan.
It is.
So
it is a difficult situation in the household.
Lack of institutional control at the Hannon household.
Yes. Got a shout out to beautiful Key West, Florida.
Really?
Steve and Nancy Meether.
Ooh, yes.
Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Of course, the parents of Graham and Alex Meether, St. Albert grads.
And grandparents to Easton and Cash. I hope he's strumming a guitar on the beach, looking in Nancy's eyes as she's having a glass of wine as the sun is setting.
I would count on it.
Either that or he might be, having one to take the edge off after the Yankees loss. I'm not sure. One or the other.
He could be. I would imagine he's also probably not pumped about this Iowa performance, tied at 21 at the half against Rutgers.
And here's the handoff up the middle. Needed 2, got 4. Be a Spartan first down with 1:50 to go here in the 3rd. Word is Steve's in a band now, playing around town.
Really?
Yep.
Would love to know where you're playing, Steve. Come out and watch. Speaking of local bands, Matt Wilbur's Grateful Dead tribute band, easily one of my favorites. Try to get to watch them at least once or twice a year. Have watched them down at the dock. They are called Touch of Gray. I'm a bit of a Grateful Dead fan, so they do.
Are they in action
great job.
anytime soon?
I
or
don't
are you just
know.
going to tease us?
I don't know. Your niece Ruby Narmi comes in and says hello.
Here's a little pitch out to the left-hand side. Colt Spencer strips it. Falcons recover it. Who was the man that brought it up? That is Brody Pellet. Colt Spencer strips it. Brody Pellet recovers it. And back-to-back turnovers, and the Falcons have the football in Spartan territory.
Avery Beck blocked a Spartan perhaps 20 yards downfield on that one in hopes of a return.
I love it. All right, so do we see Nelson or Yurkowski? Bryce Nelson comes back out with the number 1 offense. Kyle Irwin in the backfield.
Cooper Hamilton on the near side. Adrian Jessen on the far side, and Avery Beck in the slot.
And here is the give to Irwin, left-hand side. Good blocking. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. Very patient run. Good stiff arm by Kyle Irwin. Blockers downfield, the Cohen brothers. Irwin still on his feet. Irwin going to take it all the way to the house for a Falcon touchdown from 33 yards. I don't know if that was Barry Sanders or Derrick Henry or all the above, but a great run there by Kyle Irwin, with Cohen and Cooper Hamilton blocking downfield, and the Falcons lead 34-6.
That was incredible. Kyle Irwin dancing out there as Jesse Shea, the PA guy, comes over. He is the type of guy, when he has a joke inside of him, he just has to tell you it.
He has to.
He came over and said he's starting off homecoming the right way, dancing.
And that kick is up and down the street by Hamilton, makes it 35-6. So Irwin's dancing and prancing and getting ready for tomorrow night. In today's day and age, we don't disclose where the dance is for security purposes, but the dance will be tomorrow night.
Jack Narmi over there grabbing the ball from the fans.
I think now, are those they look like sweatpants.
You know, I've got an Iowa State fan in my house, and you've got a sweatpant where we're both in a bad spot right now.
We've talked about this. Sweatpants in public, grown men, sweatpants in public. Brady, yours are running pants. We'll give you that. Yours are running pants.
They also look like capris.
Well,
he's little short.
He's like 6'6". Brady having a terrific year on the course for the Falcons and Saints. He'll be in Harlan a week from Saturday.
Really nothing during the week next week, huh?
Nothing
How
during
about
the week.
that?
You got to rest those legs. Was Jackson Walter hurt, sick Tuesday? He was sick Tuesday. Okay, I had a few questions about that. Brady, the unofficial captain of the Falcon cross-country team, having a great year. Aiden Gall was the Falcon top finisher out of Avoca. He had a great race. Jackson Walter is usually up there. McCullough, Johnson, having good years. Falcons having a good night on homecoming, having a little fun.
Kyle Irwin up to 136 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Also 38 yards receiving in a touchdown. So 3 touchdowns for Kyle Irwin.
I will forgive you then for interrupting Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I apologize.
21st night of September, of course, is Sunday night, and that will be your lead song on the NBC Sunday evening game of the week, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The great Earth, Wind, and Fire, September.
What a wonderful contribution that Cooper Hamilton's kicking has been since last year. These touchbacks
I thought you were going to talk about
irreplaceable.
September, Earth, Wind, and Fire. What a great contribution to society.
My second favorite month of the year, right behind October.
Really? You like October more than September?
Love October. Get a little bit of that crisp in the air.
Yeah.
The leaves really start to change color. Imagine what this place is going to be like in 2 weeks when we're back. All these trees that are green are going to start to be a beautiful shade of auburn.
Lovely. That'll be lovely.
With the Marshall Indoor Athletic Complex and
you want to know the best thing about October?
What?
Hockey season starts.
I'm new to hockey.
NHL opening night 2 weeks from Tuesday.
I'm new to hockey.
Shotgun formation from the Spartans, going to wing this one deep, and that ball is going to be overthrown. Good. A late flag, and so we won't say who the coverage was on. That'll be a Spartan first down. And the Falcons working some new players in. Benny Johnson checks back in. Kason Nadwick works his way on the line. He wears 45.
Ben Crone will come out.
We love our officials. We need more officials. That being said, I thought that ball was not catchable. But the official probably said, well, yeah, because he was maybe riding him.
That would make it a hold, which
Well,
is
good
an
point.
automatic first down, and I believe just a 5-yard penalty. But alas, that's why we're up here and they're down there.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. 35-6, under a minute to go here in the third. Quarterback's going to drop straight back. Good coverage by the Falcons. Irwin did not quite get turned around, and they're going to call a pass interference. For the record, in high school or college, you can face guard. You do not need to turn around, but the official felt that Irwin had his hands on him before the football got there, and that'll be an interference call. And the second straight penalty, first down for the Spartans. Oh, no.
Oh,
They're going to call pass interference on the offense.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't see it either way. Interesting. Okay, then.
We're homers. We'll take it, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
I saw it that way myself.
I must have missed that. Big target there with Blake Pekorek.
Yeah.
Someone came up and I forgot how
I think
you
it was
say
Grandma.
Yeah.
When you walk into a stadium in a high school game, sometimes you can just see, okay, that's their athlete, or that's their guy, or that's a guy. And he just looks like one of those guys for West Monona. And
Good-sized guy. 6'4", 190. Strong.
the Spartan coaching staff did not like the call.
I get it.
Can't say I blame them. Beautiful night for homecoming. Storms predicted. Nothing in the area. It turned out, and everyone out here having a good time. Homecoming court, of course, as we covered, Sawyer Sheffield and Lily Denton, your king and queen. The dance tomorrow night, as we have a timeout from West Monona, their second of the half.
That was a play clock that was expiring there as we're learning the sounds of the John and Harriet Wiebe Athletic Complex.
In case you were curious, the Wiebe family, big real estate developers in Omaha, and they own the land on the corner there at I-29 here at the Iowa Western exit. So that flat piece of ground, that farm, the Wiebes owned that, and they donated that to Iowa Western for a football stadium. And Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was later decided by the school and the family that maybe that wasn't the best place for a stadium. That could be used for something else at some point or sold. And so the football field was brought down here to the athletic complex. And I would say it worked out beautifully.
Yes, it did indeed. So the proceeds from that sale, which that parcel is under development, utility work being done to get out there right now. But the proceeds from that sale helped fund, or did not help, they did fund this. So this stadium, I would be remiss if I pointed out, has 0 taxpayer dollars included in it, which you love to see as a taxpayer. And it is absolutely incredible. Home to the soccer team here at Iowa Western, and they are playing their football games at Lewis Central still.
That ball is going to be intercepted. Benny Johnson, you might want to run with it, young man. Benny, you're still on your feet. You can run. That ball never hit the ground. The official saw it otherwise. He's going to call an intercept. I don't know. You folks at home can hit rewind. I think that ball was tipped in the air. I think Johnson caught it. I think a return was possible, but what may have happened, maybe just an inadvertent whistle. And that does happen from time to time, and when it does, the play is blown dead.
We had that last week, if you recall, on a big play.
I can't remember what I had for lunch.
There was a big play on the far sideline. I remember it pretty vividly. Inadvertent whistle would have been a touchdown. Alas, the Falcons take possession.
Yeah,
Wonderful
we'll take
play.
it.
Bennett Johnson with the interception. Falcons have the ball at the 45-yard line. Up 35-6.
Bryce Nelson takes the snap, and he's going to get one over here. This is Thomas Coughlin on the catch. He's a freshman, got a nice frame, athletic family, and he'll have enough. Well, he's going to get 9 on it. Going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Dad Matt over there keeping stats with Jake Mesher on the Falcon sideline.
Renee is Chief Development Officer for Mosaic.
Older sister Eleanor, phenomenal soccer player and basketball player, will be playing soccer somewhere in college, just a junior.
2nd and 1. Nelson's going to look up top, and that ball is going to be caught for the first down. And that was Thomas Coughlin once again. He's got really good hands. He had a catch in the scrimmage, a one-hander that was beautiful. That will bring us to the end of the third quarter of football. It's your St. Albert Falcons 35 and the West Monona Spartans 6. Chad, that's your cue.
I'm just responding to some friends that are messing with me. Let's go over some scores here in Southwest Iowa.
About 10 people have been giving Chad a hard time texting behind the scenes that his mic is too low, so he keeps talking louder and louder and louder, and I think he now understands they were just giving him the business.
The first game I ever did was St. Albert Lewis Central, probably 8-ish years ago. I was absolutely very quiet that game, very scared, very intimidated.
I believe 2013, a Falcon victory on a long drive from Tucker Colgid, a lot of quarterback up the middle towards the end.
I have called a few games since then.
I can't remember lunch, but I can remember that.
I've called a few games since then.
Tucker
gotten a little bit more
Colgid now coaching the assistant coach for the 7th and 8th grade Falcons.
With the PA announcer, Jesse Shea. All right, some scores. Trainer in control against Shenandoah, 35-0. Red Oak clinging to a 14-7 lead late in the fourth quarter. AL has taken a 14-8 lead over TJ. Tri-Center coming back a little bit against Underwood. It's 40-21 in the fourth. OA-BCIG now trails by 2 touchdowns, 36-22 to Kemper. Harlan up 28-0 over Denison Schleswig. See if I can find the Lewis Central score. All tied with Carroll, 21-all in the third.
Beck will go in motion and now spot as a flanker. Bryce Nelson drops straight back, and he's going to put one over the middle, and that ball is going to be incomplete to Ben Crone. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big score out of Woodbine, 74-6 final.
Ooh. Rover in the over hits on that one. The dog covers as well as the over. All for entertainment purposes only. Wonderful article in the Nonpareil about Landon Blum, who did not even want to play football his 8th grader freshman year, but his dad talked him into it. Dad was a terrific track athlete, and now he's one of the top recruits in the state of Iowa. Just a wonderful athlete. He threw down a couple of big dunks against us last year. Avery Beck lays one there, but give Chance Richards credit as well. They met shoulder to shoulder, laid a pop on each other. Good high school football. Be enough for a Falcon first down after the gain of 11.
Bryce Nelson in at quarterback here this second half. We believe it's just to get him some reps. Snaps have been coming in a little low. He's done a nice job adapting to that.
Good athlete. A lot of good athletes in this freshman class.
Your receivers are going to be Adrian Jessen at the top, Ben Crone in the slot, and Thomas Coughlin here on the near side. You still have Beck in the backfield and Colt Spencer at the H-back.
Nelson's going to look to Thomas Coughlin. He'll catch, third catch of the night.
Got a flag down here, probably in the area of holding. And that will come back.
I like this 23. I think we got a little something there with Thomas Coughlin. Good ball there by Nelson. Let's give the big boys up front a ton of credit. They have played beautifully the last couple of weeks. Of course, we're talking about Luke Sundberg, Cohen Hamilton, Andrew Beckman, Sawyer, Sheffield, Jack Burt, Colt Spencer doing his thing up there. Those guys are moving people around.
And I saw something in the background that looked like a flag, and it wasn't.
I saw that too.
Nelson rolls to his right.
Going to be caught by Jessen. Gain of about 5 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 5. It's Jessen having himself a nice ball game.
It's got to be up to about 6 or 7 catches, perhaps.
I'll buy that.
Band still pumping over there behind the student section. It's a whiteout tonight. Speaking of things I don't understand, like alternate uniforms, why do you not just wear your school colors as a student? Why does it have to be a theme?
Chad, you're starting to sound like a dad.
It drives me nuts.
I've had that conversation, 100 times the last few years. I get a theme once in a while. Totally. We were all young once. Let's have some fun. But sometimes just wear what you want or wear school colors. Bryce Nelson, good ball to the back of the end zone. Nearly caught. Going to go incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Very good
3rd
coverage.
and 15, excuse me.
That was Tony Ignacio Garcia on the coverage there. Very well played.
2nd and 15. Thank you, Kellen. That was a beautiful ball where only his guy could get it or it was going to go out of bounds.
It's Jesse Shea pumping the crowd up for the cheerleaders. Everybody deserves their flowers, including our West Monona cheerleaders over here.
They've done a nice job. They got
They
6
lost-
ladies, but the youngster looks like must have been bedtime. I don't know where she went. Well, we'll have Brady show the West Monona cheerleaders after this right below us. Here's Avery back up the middle. Look at that, not touched for 6 yards. Spin move still on his feet and going to go down awkwardly. Kind of one of those where the ball goes into your stomach and you about lose your breath. Gets 9 on the carry. Going to bring up 4th and about 2. Thank you, Brady. Great work.
What do they do here?
You go for it.
Okay.
Kicking a field goal, I think, would be almost rubbing it in. If that, it sounds weird, but if that makes sense, I think you go for it. Bryce Nelson, Avery Beck in the backfield with him, and this is Beck. Makes a little sidestep. Going to be close. Going to be close. Depends upon the spot. Might be short by a football, not for certain. I think the Spartans get the stop. It'll be West Monona football on their own 14-yard line. 10-11 to go here in the ball game. Falcons will, I believe, wheel the starting defense out there one more time. But as I say that, Connor Noon, 31, checks in for the Falcons. 31, Connor Noon. 17, halftime band member Leo Beisky checks in. Kason Nadrick, 45. He's your linebacker there. So they're going to keep the big dogs up front. The starters will stay on the D-line. And now we're working some linebackers and safeties in. And this is Gibble off left-hand side. And the Falcons will get the stop, but not after a gain of about 11 on the play. And now we're going to get the Hogs up front. A little rest. Time to eat for them.
Patrick McGill.
We say that kindly, moms.
Patrick McGill, Jeff D. Delgado, and
Looked like Dan Yurkowski, 75, worked his way in.
yes, he did. Freshman,
50,
younger brother.
57, Cole Noon. Let me tell you, their pops today, Mr. Nate Noon, class of 1995, he was voted by the students as the teacher to take the pie in the face at the homecoming pep rally, and he took it like a champ. And I thought that was really good of him. It was kind of a fun moment, and so good for Mr. Noon.
Oh, here we go. West Monona. This is Elias Sorensen. He's going to take that.
74 yards.
Found an opening and got there.
Spartans will go for 2 here.
He's got a I hope you got that backflip over there from one of the West Monona players. That was awesome.
No kidding. I was looking at my program.
Javian Perez. I was glad that I caught that. He did a nice little backflip on the sideline there.
Did you folks at home let us know? Did we get it? That'd be kind of cool. All right, so, and I don't blame them. West Monona keeps the starters in, the Falcon JV in. I have no problem with either one.
It's good for everybody.
Not that anybody cares about our opinion.
Good for everybody.
I agree. These are good reps for these Falcons out there. And if you're West Monona, you're trying to build and build and build. I totally get that. Under center, here's the give up the center. He'll be in for 2, and that's Chance Richards.
Takes the score to 35-14. 9:05 here to go in the fourth as we cross the 9 o'clock hour. Here on the beautiful campus of Iowa Western Community College, let's get some scores. I tried to pull up ALTJ, but they make you pay for it, so was not going to do that.
We would take, I'm sorry, go ahead.
14-8 AL.
What quarter?
Fourth.
So if anybody can send us some updates there as they finish, that's always a fun contest. I don't care for the new name of it, the Dead Presidents Battle.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm not a big fan of that, but I love that game every year.
A lot of pride on the line there between those two rivals. Red Oak still up 14-7 over Mo Valley. ACGC leads Mount Air in the fourth, 21-20. LC still tied with Carroll, 21-all in the fourth. I'm going to pull that up on my phone, actually. I'm going to leave the Hawks over there.
And you said Sergeant Bluff did go on to beat Glenwood. Is that correct?
They did. That is a true statement.
Woodbine a big winner over Stanton tonight. All right. Our friends up north in Ottawa got us some 8-man and 6-man scores. Can anybody give us a Catholic League score from Nebraska? Looking like a Bishop Newman, a Norfolk Catholic, West Point Cedar Catholic, Hardington Cedar Catholic, something like that. Omaha Gross, Roncalli, Prep, Mount Michael. We'll take whatever you got. Just give us a score. Humor us.
LC has just taken a 28-21 lead. This is Ben Crone with the ball.
Ben Crone, the 25, going to be brought down hard at about the 36-yard line. Again, his grandpa, Fritz Crone, and his father, Brad Crone. So 3 generations there on the sidelines for the Falcons. They're helping run the chain gang, along with, of course, Mike Noon and son Matt Noon, with Mike's grandsons, Cole and Connor, out there for the Falcons. It's a family affair, and fair to say Fritz and Mike have been doing this, I think, upwards of 40-plus years, and now bringing in the next generation.
Nelson still in at quarterback. Looks like Kyler went in there.
Chance Richards, who just had the 2-point conversion, we are told, was the West Monona homecoming king last week.
Congratulations to Chance.
Ooh, we're working on a Columbus Scotus Catholic Shamrocks score.
Ooh.
We used to battle them in various sports. They were always very good.
Still a boys soccer rival. Generally one of the first 2 or 3 games the Falcons will play.
My wife, of course, thinks I'm a weirdo. But things like, I remember my freshman year, we beat Columbus Scotus in soccer in a shootout down at what was at the time Playland Park, which would now be where Tom Hannafin Park is.
Okay.
Avery Beck, 2nd and 10. He'll get 10 1/4. That'll be a Falcon first down with 8 minutes to go.
See if the Falcons can kind of salt this thing away a little bit.
Cohen Hamilton is in serious pain, and his buddies are trying to help him out. And like any high school boy says, not so kindly, no thank you. So Cohen Hamilton will check out.
Patrick McGill will come in for him.
You wonder, did he take an eye poke? Like, he's in pretty good pain.
Yep.
Helmet comes down. Did he take an eye poke? Did something get pinched?
Maybe a nose injury there. Definitely something to that area.
But he's a wrestler, so he's tough. We know that. And here's Avery Beck up the middle. Look at that. Not touched for 14 yards. Beck still on his feet. Going to run somebody over late. Avery Beck on about a 20-yard gain.
Elias Sorensen with the pop there.
You got Kyle Irwin dancing and prancing, which we love. You've got Avery Beck running people over, which we love. Fun backfield this year.
Something for everybody. So Patrick McGill, I believe he's just a sophomore, in at center. getting some good reps. Honestly, some good reps here. Cohen will graduate. Longtime center for the Falcons.
Patrick was your homecoming half-court shot champion today. Here's Avery Beck over off left-hand side with spatted shoes. He'll go all the way down about the 17-yard line.
Nice run from Beck. Again, that's that speed that you were alluding to earlier.
Maybe they're not spatted, but they look spatted. That's where they kind of wrap the ankles on the outside. I think always the best look. Falcons traditionally only spat for the state championship games, which they'll spat in yellow athletic tape. Very nerdy on my part right now, but why not? We got time. 35-14, 6 minutes to go. Bryce Nelson, the freshman, his 4th series of the game, we think. And here's a pass out to a Falcon that we won't name because of the drop, but he's got a couple of touchdowns on the night.
LC misses a field goal there, and they still hold on to a 7-point lead.
Against Carroll High, who will be joining the Hawkeye 10 next year or the year after. Oh, here we go. Thank you so much, our friend up north. Aurora leads Columbus Scotus Catholic 35-21 deep in the 3rd quarter. Thank you very much. The Columbus Scotus Shamrocks. Here's Avery Beck over off right-hand side. And Beck finds the corner, and he'll go all the way down to about the 5-yard line. His dad was a heck of a player for Central Michigan back in the day. He's on the Falcon coaching staff and maybe has the biggest calves I've ever seen.
Is this? Yes, it is. It is goal-to-go territory. Falcon ball on the 5. Falcons will run some folks in and out. I'm going to watch on the screen.
31, Connor Noon. He'll be the receiver up top. And this is Will Ratcliffe, the receiver checked in down towards the bottom, as well as Owen Wagner. And here is the give to Avery Beck up the middle. And he'll score, making it 41-14 with 5:33 to go. There's your over for those holding a ticket at home. And there is, of course, the great St. Albert fight song.
We'll let that play in the background for a second. McGill on the snap, Yurkowski on the hold, and Hamilton a perfect 6 for 6 this evening. It is 42-14.
Who's that new basic math teacher you guys were talking about?
I need re-enrolled over there. Valley teach me math this weekend.
Who was your high school math teacher? I'll never forget mine.
Schwartz.
Yes, Mrs. Schwartz.
Believe it or not,
She was tough.
Jay Sims' aunt.
But she was good.
She was old
Mr.
school,
Narmy.
old school
school.
firm. Jay Sims' aunt.
No kidding.
That is a true story.
Tough but good. Kind of like our old English teacher,
Who'd you have for English?
Mrs. Jeanette Kenny.
She was not there when I was. We had Miss Combs, who we spoke about earlier, Miss Finnegan, Britt Litt. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore.
Mrs. Kenny was Britt Litt.
Okay. So we had
How about junior high? Anybody out there remember the late, great Mr. Gill?
Remember Mr. Gordonier? Did you have him?
No.
Boy, he was a classic of a teacher.
You're a youngster.
I'm not that much younger than you. He had to have just threaded the needle. Mr. Jaworski?
Oh, well, of course.
Of course.
He thankfully still alive. I believe does some tax work now.
Luckily, hitting kids in the knuckles with rulers was not permitted. I have a feeling Mr. Jaworski wrapped a fist or two once or twice.
Mr. Jaworski was tough and kind of like the late, great boxing judge, Mills Lane. He was firm but fair. I actually did have knuckles wrapped, and it was allowed, elementary school. Sister Barb Ring.
Wow.
First grade. Still had the ruler.
Wow.
Number 3, Columbus Lakeview 21, Mount Michael 7. Mount Michael's good this year.
Are they?
That's a bit of a surprise.
Okay.
Columbus Lakeview 21, Mount Michael 7.
Speaking of firm teachers of the past, would be remiss if I didn't bring up Mr. Schreiber.
Yes.
Very firm.
Hall of Fame coach. So, again, you're a little bit younger, and you were not in the area, but he was our PE teacher back at the primary and middle school, which were down either Holy Family or DeForest or Queen of Apostles. And he was literally, good tackle there by the Falcons, gain of 3, 5 minutes to go. He was literally the only male teacher in the building.
Wow.
So guess who my sex ed teacher in 5th or 6th grade was?
Oh, boy.
Mr. Schreiber.
I cannot imagine such a scenario.
Who was then our baseball coach, of course, and assistant football coach, and that's back when he was also the head wrestling coach.
And athletic director?
And
or not quite
yep,
yet.
Yep, he was. And again, firm but fair. You always knew where you stood. These are the rules. Play by the rules. We're cool.
Yep.
And that was that.
I found myself
and
on
you
the
know
other
what?
side of the table from him a few times.
Rather effective.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame coach. Any of you have any memories out there you'd like to share? You Falcon fans, send them in.
Good push by the Spartan line. That'll equate to a first down.
I won't name the nun, but there was a nun back in the 80s who used to like the ponies. Back when Exarban was still around. And maybe once in a while would have one of the students maybe go place a wager or two for her.
Well.
Aquinas Catholic 3, Raymond Central 7.
Okay. Getting all the good scores coming here.
We do have a disturbance down at Wickersham Stadium.
Oh, boy. AL still leads that game, I've been reliably told, via the text line.
You've made the Vogels smile and laugh down in Phoenix with your mention of Mr. Gordonier. Here is a tall pass that's going to be
just out
of bounds. What a nice catch there by Jesse Perez, but he is going to be ruled out of bounds. Good coverage by the Falcons there with Blake Sahacek. And that pass is going to go incomplete, 2nd and 10.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention Mr. and Mrs. Vogel. Of course, Mr. Vogel, study hall.
Yes.
Very firm.
Yep.
If
Again,
you got out of line,
firm but
you
fair.
knew it.
Firm but fair.
Mrs. Vogel, a sweetheart. You know, like all good marriages,
Are you saying
yang.
Are you saying Tim wasn't a sweetheart?
I've been on the wrong end of a few butt chewings from Mr. Vogel, all deserved.
I was going to say, any chance you deserved it.
I would say I probably did. I'm sure Mr. Vogel would agree. Of course, their daughter, Sarah, a classmate of mine in the class of 2002.
Shotgun formation, man in motion down towards the bottom. Going to wing one up top this time. And pass is going to go incomplete. Good coverage there by William Applegate. Really nice work there by the freshman, 6'3", 165. William Applegate going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Big frame.
This is the last quarter and a half has been good for the Falcons here. Yes, these youngsters are playing Monday nights, JV, but they just can't get enough reps. You will see these guys getting meaningful minutes next year, and this certainly helps tonight. Falcons lead by 28, 3:40 to go, 3rd and 10. Abbreviated postgame show tonight.
Hold the phone,
Brady
Carol.
and Kellen have big news. Oh, what
Ball
a great
on the ground.
job there by the Falcons. I'm not sure who that was. Go back and hit the replay button, but you're going to see it clear as day. He takes his right arm, gets it on the football, and just rips it out. But a good recovery there by West Monona. But that will bring up 4th and almost 9.
PAT pending. Carroll has just scored a touchdown, trails Lewis Central by 1. It looks like they may be going for 2.
Speaking of the ponies, my brother and I went to Horseman's Park about 25 years ago on a Friday night. No kids, nothing to do. See Mr. West. Mr. West, what are you doing here? Fellas, I went out to get some milk for the wife. Well, that was about 3 hours ago. I'm still here. Okay. That ball is going to go harmlessly down at about the 38-yard line.
And they are all tied up to the south of us. Lewis Central and Carroll, 28 all in the fourth quarter. LC about to get the ball.
The Carroll Tigers.
Very interesting
I
development.
wonder, with them joining the Hawkeye 10 Conference, if they will break up the tennis team. Carroll High plays for Kemper. Will they each have their own tennis team next year?
Not to expose how big of a nerd I am.
Well,
but if you're a
this
longtime
has been
listener,
long known by most, but please continue.
If you're a longtime listener, this won't surprise you. I actually watched their school board meeting when they voted on this on Monday evening.
Of course you did.
That was a point of conversation before voting.
Really?
Should we continue our co-ops, because they also co-op in cross country as well?
Do they really?
Yes.
A school there's no kidding.
They cannot find a coach for either team.
Wow.
The other part about it is their participation in those two sports is relatively low.
Okay.
So this year they would not have had enough for and they were speaking about the girls' tennis team since it's girls' tennis season. They only had 5, maybe 6 tennis players, which they said we would like to get to 8 to field the team. And one of the 5 or 6 is not planning on participating next year. Has already declared
which
that.
Goes to show you, with St. Albert running, 40 to 60 kids a class, how many activities we are able to fill and fill competitively. Saints JV won the city tennis tournament yesterday, playing their legit 7 through 12 seeds.
Swept it.
And a new quarterback in for the Falcons, and that's Eli Weber. Eli Weber wears number 12. He's a 5'11", 185-pound freshman.
Falcons will now have worked through all 3 of their quarterbacks on the depth chart. You like to see it. A nice reward especially for Bryce Nelson and Eli Weber. Those are some difficult reps they're taking in practice against this Falcon defense. Nice little reward for them, a little Friday night action.
Falcons have another good one coming up. 8th grader Cooper Cherney.
Undefeated 7th and 8th grade team there, coached by Jesse Shea.
Eli Weber, number 12, his little brother Nolan. He's a 7th grader, and he is a horse. He took 3rd place in the AAU State Championship Wrestling Tournament last year. Gain of about 4 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and a medium, 3rd and 5, we'll call it.
Micah Hutchison carrying the ball there.
So I said last week Micah was one of the toughest guys pound for pound, and that is true, but I also want to give credit to Oli Messenger. Oli wears number 11, and Ollie, thank you. Ollie took a couple of shots in the JV game a week ago, popped right back up. Ollie goes 5'4", that might be generous. 135, that might be generous. 11 and 22, both just really tough pound for pound. 13, Hank Turner's checked in the ball game. He's going to move to the slot to the top of your screen.
Fresh off appendix surgery just a week and a half ago.
And here's the lefty Weber over to Turner. Turner will be brought down after a gain of about 1 or 2. Those are good reps, though.
Really nice to see Hank Turner get that opportunity. Of course, a rough week for the Oder and Turner families as Mike Oder and the Ratliffs, Mike Oder passed away last week. His funeral was Monday.
Great guy.
We saw in the JV game Hank's cousin Will throw a 2-point conversion on a bit of a trick play.
A double reverse pass.
Which was rather interesting when you're 3 yards away. But
love it.
So that was the night of the funeral. And, of course, Hank, again, had appendix surgery early last week. He's back. Tough kid.
No HIPAA violations here.
Well, his mom is pretty open about these types of things. I'm sure she won't mind.
Falcons will purposely maybe not purposely take a delay of game. They're going to keep the offense out there, I think wisely so. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that means Cooper Hamilton and the Falcon punt team will have 0 punts tonight.
It'll be a timeout to Coach Woods. He's going to talk to his young folks here with 27 seconds to go in the game. Falcons with this one under control, 42-14. They will move to 3-0 in the district, 3-1 overall, and will play at Westwood in Sloan. I'm not sure if it's Westwood Sloan anymore. I think it's just Westwood.
It is Westwood, but everyone goes, where's Westwood? Well, it's in Sloan.
Yep.
So it's right up I-29. You're looking about a 50-minute drive. It'll be beautiful. The combines will be out in the field. The sun will be low on your drive up there as Carroll takes a 34-28 lead late on Lewis Central. Scott leads Ralston 54-21. Looks like Ralston might be back. Lincoln Pius leads Platteview 19-14. I want to thank Mr. Krager for sending these wonderful scores, producing tonight from West Monona.
And
Falcons will punt it now.
who is this?
This will
can't
not
tell.
be Cooper Hamilton. The physique looks like possibly Nadgwick or Beck.
Nadgwick is the JV kicker.
Okay,
So
this is Nadgwick, and he's going to throw a knuckler down there at about the 38-yard line where it's going to get a nice bounce, and Patrick McGill will touch it up at the 20-yard line with 15 seconds to go here in the ball game. So for some, maybe not the most exciting second half, but if you're really digging deep into both these teams, I think a really good second half for both teams. West Monona saw some things from their guys, and the Falcons were able to get in a bunch of youngsters here on homecoming.
Lewis Central trails 34-28. The PAT was does not appear good. 4:14 to go in the fourth quarter. As Charlie said, abbreviated post-game show. We will be back in 2 weeks for certain.
Yep.
For the home game.
Next week, we're not for sure. They might have a huddle camera. If I remember from 2 years ago, it was kind of blurry, but that was a monsoon as the Spartans show good sportsmanship and kneel that down. So next week, we might have a huddle feed for you. Maybe we'll make it. We don't know. You never know. But we'll definitely have the Falcons hosting Riverside for you here in 2 weeks. Make sure that you stick around for all the different broadcasts out here. Brady, Kellen, you guys got anything to close with? Chad?
Have a safe and fun homecoming weekend. Best of luck to the Saints tomorrow in Harlan in tennis, Red Oak in volleyball. We've got a lot going on this weekend. Make good choices. Get to bed early.
Get to Mass.
Get to Mass
Or
Sunday morning.
your local church service. And get to the St. Albert Alumni and Friends Golf Tournament on Sunday. It is sold out, but you can still go down between 12 and 1 and have a good time. And, of course, get out and support Brady next Saturday at Harlan. Congratulations to the Falcons tonight, your homecoming court. And, of course, your king and queen, Sawyer Sheffield and Lily Denton. For Kellen Underwood, Brady Smith, Chad Hannon, I'm Charlie Narmy. We are StAlbertSportsFan.com. Happy homecoming. Falcons win 42-14. Is that right? Was it 42-14?